Oh my! She took my head off. Hi.
Hello. Hello.
English? Anybody?
Hello everyone, I'm your partner.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Oh my god, I got one-shotted. I got one-shotted by the bird.
Buddy, I'm gonna name you Gizmo. No! Gizmo!
You missed. I saw that. That's why you don't roll in Asura. When you're that small, you just can't see where you're going. Oh my god, Cersei. I hate you, Cersei! You are gonna die in the hands of Jaime next season. That's my prediction anyway. Your own brother is gonna kill you, Cersei. And I'll laugh and scream in joy when that happens.
Oh no, oh my god!
Whoa! Holy cow, that's a big whale!
It's actually trying to destroy the raft, guys.
Whoa!
Oh shit, it's going to run!
Dude! Son of a gun! Son of a gun! Melee! Son of a gun! Come on! Die! You're gonna die! I'm gonna kill you! I'm good at melee! I play World of Warcraft, I play all kinds of MMOs, you will not beat me melee! I did it! I killed someone!
I'm friendly, dude. Look, I'm not shooting you. Look.
I primarily use heavy and light. Oh, Cersei Lannister! No! No! Get away from me, Cersei! Oh, you've become 3 level! Holy fuck! That's the Reaver Holler.
What's your name?
Bravo.
Oh, in my language it means sadness.
Oh,
Thanks.
kind of represents me.
Okay, here's the first dungeon chest. If I get anything other than a distillate, I will get a heart attack. Son of a gun, I got something other than a distillate. That's like the first time ever. I should say that more often. Okay, I think we're live. We are live. Hey everybody, Jeremy Adrian here. Welcome back to a live stream. I know it's been a while. Guild Wars 2 has got their latest episode out for the Icebrood Saga, which is Whisper in the Dark, what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to go log in. This came out on Wednesday for me, but I didn't have time to play it then at live, so I pretty much been busy with work and other stuff. I have not kept up with the spoilers or whatsoever, so I'm jumping into this blind. Same thing we're going to do, play through the story. So there will be spoilers here for those who haven't played it yet. And I assume a lot of you guys have already watched what unfolds in episode 1 or know some sort of backstory or anything. Real quick, I didn't check the chat. Yeah, let me just get my UI set up real quick just to see if it works. We got Mazidi in chat. Hey Mazidi, long time no see, bro. And Loon as well. Hey Loon, long time no see, you guys. So I do not see chat picking it up. Oh, actually it does. Yeah, it's at the bottom, and I've got one in the top.
It's bound to get rowdy. 4 char legions, hundreds of barrels of ale, and bran.
Okay, so
No, I can't pass up an opportunity for this kind of data.
there we go.
Besides,
Guild Wars 2, Path of
Honored
Fire,
guests
now
must
available
get
to
a
play Whisper in the
security
Dark,
detail,
even though
right?
we're going to be heading out of Path of
Right,
Fire because
Ridlock?
this is going to introduce like a brand new mastery line, the Icebrood mastery line. We're going to go to a new zone. What else do we know about it? It has 3 new strike bosses. Anything else I'm missing? Upgradable weapons, not sure what that is, so we'll just view this in the journal. and we'll go ahead and start that up. Now, before I click play this episode, there may be some dialogue that's going to play, and if you guys can, let me know if the audio is too low, and I'll fix that, or if you guys are hearing any echo from the microphone, because I'm playing on speakers. I have destroyed my headphones by accident, so they're not exactly working. Okay, cool, here we go. The commander and allies rush to 𝑮𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍 marches, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, in pursuit of 𝑏𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍. Now, if you haven't played the prologue, which came out maybe a couple of months ago, that took us to the Grimrock Valley, I think it was. The prologue I enjoyed because, you know, we've been chasing 𝑗𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍, we've been dealing with elder dragons over the past year or so in the living world, defeated Balthazar 2 years ago, and the prologue felt like a really interesting change of pace. Everything became more subtle, we were having fun, we were partying with the rock concert and everything, and at the end of that, the story, 𝑏𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍 wants his own sort of elder dragon now because he sees us as a threat. Because we, of course, have Aurene, even though Aurene is, you know, she has her own mind now that she's ascended. And that's why I'm kind of interested in this episode. Where are we going to go from here? 𝑏𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍's taken his sort of band of company of misfits and have gone north in search of Jormag. So let's see what the story is here. But from the moment they arrive, their progress is halted by the vicious sons of Svanir, who are still alive. Great to see. And alright, let's do this. Yeah, I've already done the prologue like 4 times on all my characters, so I don't care about that.
I know you. It won't matter.
Commander,
Fight anyway.
it's General Soulkeeper. Can you hear me?
Almora, we've been trying to reach you. 𝑏𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍 after Jormag.
I have
He
good
thinks he can-
news. The blizzard has finally let up.
Yes, but we need to stop 𝑏𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍 from trying to...
I know about 𝑏𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍's aspirations. He passed through here not long ago. You may still be able to catch up with him. But first, I need your help here, at Jorah's Keep.
What kind of help?
Bring whoever you can. We'll talk there.
Hey, talk to me about
Soulkeeper out.
Ritlock, did that seem strange to you?
Yeah. I'll get a vigil squad ready to go. Just give the word and we'll check it out.
Righto, creepy phone call. We have dealt with Almora plenty of times in the past, and she does not sound like that, like a you know, late night call, soothsayer kind of creepy type voice. And I gotta say, like, if you watch the trailer even before the episode dropped, there's a very sort of scary, spooky type vibe about this episode. And I do remember from the prologue, you know, when we first met Almora, when she came, she didn't want to join the party. She wanted to take care of business, so she got out of there ASAP, going up north as well. So 𝑏𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍's headed in the same general direction. Did they meet? Did they clash? What happened to Almora? Let's go find out. Meantime, let's check in on chat. What do we got? Jared, hey, long time no see. He says, morning dude, missed you too, missed all you guys. I miss streaming, to be honest. Mazidi says, yeah, rarely stream, I assume you're busy with work. Yeah, bro, so with work, I don't want to bore you guys too much, but yeah, I'm taking projects, I'm constantly looking for new things to do, just to keep myself afloat, I suppose the right word. I'm also busy moving houses at the moment. Bought a house maybe last year, and it's about 90% done, so we're trying to transition between all the renovation and stuff, and that is a little chaotic. I haven't moved since I was 5, I think, so this is the first time I'm actually moving houses, so it's a lot to take in, and yeah, it kind of explains why I sort of disappear once in a while.
It'll be good to see Almora's War Master again. Javi's been stationed at the keep, while Almora helped us fight 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍. Bet she hated being cooped up like that.
Seems like you know Javi pretty well.
We trained in necromancy together a long time ago. She's incredibly efficient, but she has some big shoes to fill, especially given that the keep is named after her ancestor.
Have you talked to her recently? Did she say anything about Almora?
No, but I overheard that call. I'm sure things will be clear when we talk to her. Whenever you're ready.
How is nobody pointing out that Almora just sounds like she's drunk or something's wrong with her, because I can tell she's, and I hope I'm not spoiling this for myself, but I think Almora's dead. Like that sounded like her spirit trying to lure us in, or whatever's down there to try and get us to. Javi, I've not heard before. I don't know who this character is. I may have forgotten. So we're gonna go into the first story instance called Silence. And before I do that, let me just get rid of this. Yeah, I haven't logged in about 4 days too, so I've got a bunch of crap.
Nice gear.
Okay, so let's go ahead and enter the instance. I'll be checking in on chat. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, there's lots of significance of this Raven imagery that I've seen in the previews and stuff. And I do know one of the new masteries is called Raven Mastery or something like that. Again, I've not played this. This is my first time playing this episode, so I'm going to be looking at everything for the first time. And hopefully we'll get the story done tonight. I don't know how long this episode is. I want it to be 2-3 hours long. I'm going to take my time with it, of course. But if it ends up being shorter, I'm going to be a little disappointed because we waited a while, right, for some new content from Guild Wars 2. Loon says audio is perfect. Thank you, Loon. Boopy in chat. Hey, Boopy, how you doing? Says, hey man, been a while. How you doing? I'm doing good. Glad to be streaming on a weekend again.
Give me a break. I could barely see in all this snow. It's a miracle we landed at all.
Let's just figure out where are we from. Grothmar Valley. All right, we're right beside Grothmar Valley, so I don't think. Well, I may have to get out of the first instance here before we can find an adjacent connector of some sort. It looks like it's going to be through here. Okay, cool. Jorah's Keep. Let's go say hi to the team. Let's see who's with us here. Bram, of course, Marjorie, Ritlock, and Kreshia. I like the dynamic between Kreshia and Ritlock. Pretty fun from the prologue, so let's talk. See what's up.
So much for that blizzard letting up.
Whatever Almora needs must be urgent.
As long as it gets us closer to stomping Bangar into the snow.
Brimstone, we agreed we would postpone judgment until we talked to him.
You agreed. I just want my bow back. It's weird being here again. After we fought Jormag, I thought I left this place behind. Left my guildmates behind. Guess I had to face them again eventually. Maybe now I can make up for everything. Bet Javi's treated them well.
There it is, Javi again.
The gate's open.
And no one here to greet us. This isn't like Almora. Or Javi.
Something feels off. Stay alert.
See, I'm thinking my prediction's gonna come through. True. Because Almora did take, you know, a bunch of people with her, right? This is it's not gonna end well. It's too quiet. And I like how we're all here for different reasons too. Like Ritlock and Kreshia have a son, and that son has chosen to follow
Almora?
Bangar.
Javi!
Everyone's gone.
Maybe they're on patrol.
The entire camp?
Something about this place makes my fur stand on end.
Not a single guard. This isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
The barracks are in here. Should we check it out?
Yes. Yes. I don't remember Guild Wars 2 ever being this sort of, like, creepy.
Spirits.
Oh, what?
What?
I just got my ass kicked by the door. Okay, this is good. We've got a bunch of dead bodies here. Cool. I wonder what's waiting for us around the corner. Let me just finish up in chat real quick. Loon says, yeah, it's Guild Wars 2's horror story time, which I do enjoy. I think it's a great sort of aesthetic to take towards. Like I said, we've had the chillax fun moment in the prologue, and before that, it's all about, you know, serious ass-kicking with all the Elder Dragons and Balthazar. Now we're going in the haunted route. Well, let's see how that goes. Jared says, sounds epic. Been a while since I've been in Guild Wars 2. Story and the dramatic voices and story unfolding as you play has always been interesting and drew me to Guild Wars 2. Yeah, you should jump back in, considering you get, you know, the episode for free and whatnot. Jared says, congrats on the new home. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. And we got, what about Bingo in chat? It says, but my computer can't handle the game. Oh, no. What, are you on a laptop or a desktop? You know, Guild Wars 2 is... Hang on, let's investigate real quick. cross marks around the wound and the body's frozen. I'm getting some serious Game of Thrones, Dead Walker kind of vibe in here. Like, I will not be surprised if these guys wake up to be like zombies coming back, which would be a shame because they've done it before with the whole Zaitan angle where the Risen come up. I think that's what they're called. Raven Totem. This totem is decorated in the style of the Raven Spirit. That it seems dormant, but a latent energy warms the air around it. I'm missing something.
We're locked in.
You felt that push, right? Seems like some sort of defense system.
I felt it before. Raven spirit magic. Might be something Javi set up. She follows Raven.
Commander, we tried opening the door from the outside, but no luck. We're going to check the other buildings while you find a way out.
Thanks for the help.
Look at this place. Who did this?
See, Bram, I don't think it's a who, I think it's a what. Well, this door doesn't have anything on it, but nothing here. Am I supposed to be looking real hard?
Alpha. She was one of my guildmates.
I'm sorry, Bram.
Garm used to rest his head in her lap.
I'm sorry, Bram.
She followed me because she thought I was our people's savior. They all did. Now I'll never get to make it right.
I am the commander. Think just like the commander. Alright.
I did. I failed them.
What?
Didn't you hear? Nothing. Never mind.
Uh-oh. He's hearing ghosts now? Not good.
Look. It opened.
What opened? A side door. Okay. What's in here? Ancient scepter.
What is this? Looks like some kind of lens.
Look at the silhouette. Raven. This might be our way out. I remember seeing a totem by the door.
Alright, let me just read this real quick, Bram. Icebrood Saga mastery point earned. You've earned your first mastery point. Mastery points, da-da-da. Okay, so that's what they look like now. Let's check it out. So here we go. Raven Attunement. There's only 2 so far. No, sorry, I take that back. 2, 4, 6, 8. Raven Bond. You can now unlock Raven Locks. So that Raven Totem by the door was actually a lock, and I've got 1 point already, so let's go ahead and spend that. Now, I'm on the Raven's Light training. Master your bond with the Raven to activate Raven Barriers and Raven Light Shrines. So there's going to be a lot of these Raven Lock mechanics throughout the new map, I gather. What else do we have? Essence Manipulation, Valor Essence, and Vigilance Essence. So I've got a long way to go before we even check those stuff out. Research note, what do we got? Oh, just basic stuff. I will do that later on. Like, my first playthrough is usually for the story. I'll come back for any side achievements and things like that. What?
He's dead. The Vigil put up a fight.
Sons of Svanir. Did they do all of this? Always brushed them off as fanatics, preaching their stupid dragon gospel, even in Holbrook. I never thought.
Alright, so now at least we know what we're up against, this Shining Sons of Svanir. Now, if you guys remember the trailer like a few months back in August, was it end of August, when they showed off the Icebrood Saga trailer?
It worked! Looks like we were
got
right.
Jormag and this line of dead army people. I think this is what we're looking at, actually.
We found the Vigil soldiers. They're all dead.
Burn me. Almora too?
Nope.
We didn't see her.
She's still out there.
No sign of her in the other buildings either.
Or Javi. Both the general and her war master are missing. That strike you as weird?
Hey, take a look at this.
Yeah, I like this. The mystery level is just bumping up.
I found these marks under the snow. Looks like someone was dragged off.
Think it's Almora or Javi?
Possibly.
Ooh, poopy.
Judging by the scuff
Dude,
marks,
thanks.
there
It
was a
landed my
struggle,
first job
means
in the
were
game
alive.
industry, and some of your
We
streams
need to
helped
go
me
out
through
there and track them
exams
down,
to get
whoever they are.
You forget
Oh,
what
I
we're
need to read
here
that again.
for?
Hang on, Whoopi.
Every second we spend searching, Bangar takes Ryland farther from us.
You want to leave Almora to die? That's one of your own out there, Whitlock. One of ours.
Ryland is ours too.
Alright, I'll catch up on this chat going on, right?
Fine.
I'll stay here and keep investigating. With any luck, I'll find something that can help.
Whitlock and I will send the relief crew to scout the area.
I'm coming with you. If any of my guildmates survived, I need to find them.
Bring them back, Commander. We'll be waiting.
Okay, before I go off on my adventure, let me just finish up what Whoopi said there. Oh. I just heard a creepy voice. Things are moving so fast. Wait for me. Whoopi says, landed my first job in the game industry, and some of your streams helped me through exams.
All of it.
Oh.
If I hadn't lost my bow.
You mean if you hadn't
To get to this point, congrats on me. Thank you, Whoopi. And hey, congratulations on getting a job in the industry. That's something I've always wanted to do.
Loosen the target up, drop their
but
defenses.
I don't have the
trick
technical
myself.
skills. I don't have coding skills. Like, I fancy myself a narrative writer, but I've had a crack at it, freelancing. Tried to come up with game world stories and lore based on my experience playing D&D, and I never made the cut. It's just, you have to be really talented in telling a story, and my only way into the gaming industry is from the other side, which is journalism. So that's where I'm at. But I've always wanted to be on the other side. So congratulations, man, and hey, keep me updated on your projects. That would be cool. And if you happen to go into the MMO industry, and if you need cross promotions or whatever, I'm here for you, man. I'd happily check out your stuff. We got Rug in chat says, yeah, they are really cool. What's up, Rug? Long time no see. We got Jared in chat says, I love cool puns. Mazidi says, Guild Wars 2 R-rated episode. Well, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. What else we got? Ishmael in chat says, the voices are nice. The voice acting in Guild Wars 2 has always been high quality for me. They always go for, some of the top voice actors in the industry, which I'm a big fan of. Jared says, playing Raid while watching this stream. Nice. Mazidi says, I want to play Path of Exile. Suddenly you stream. Gotta wait. Gotta enjoy the stream while I'm eating. Hey, man, you could play Path PoE and just watch this later. Because I'm gonna, focus on the story mainly, so it could be boring for some people, or some people don't want to spoil that. I totally get that. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, you guys. Alright, Bram. My guildmates, I guess I didn't talk about them much. They followed me all the way to Jormag. Believe they could beat the dragon. Save the Norn when I field. Yeah, so these two were having an argument about, what's the priority here? Are we gonna go and get Almora, find out what's going on, or should we just go for our main target, which is Bangar, and these guys' kid, which is also a big priority. So I guess I'm the one who's going to have to go and find things out. Wow, Biora marches, just one waypoint, 4 vistas. Oh yeah, and I do remember that there's no repeatable hard tasks whatsoever, and this is going to be hopefully the trend moving forward for Living World episodes. I like hard tasks when they're completed once, or if there's a new expansion coming out, then I guess it sort of makes sense, because that's content that you want players to repeat. For Living World episodes and these standalone maps, I absolutely hate repeatable hard tasks, especially if you have to farm for currency, and I think a lot of Guild Wars 2 players will know what I mean. It's just I think we're all burned out by that process. So the only thing new here is the Eternal Ice Shards, and I guess this is the new map currency. Let's go ahead and pick all this stuff up.
That looks valuable.
And now we've got the reward tracks.
Okay.
I want to take a look at that real
Whoever
quick.
took Javi and Almora would have left tracks. So, we just need to look for those.
Are you okay? You seem distracted.
The keep was ambushed.
Yeah,
We just need to analyze
I'm
this
fine.
evidence and...
I was kind of hoping that these reward tracks would sort of give you something that you'd need to complete like one of the new collectible weapons and stuff. But again, this is the first time I'm jumping into this episode, so I don't know much about it. So I guess this is it. We are now free to explore the map.
If I had been here,
I, of course, want to continue the story, and I'll do everything else on another day, which is basically the meta collections and whatnot, and then a separate video. I'm going to go back and talk to this guy, Essence Manipulation Engineer, that looks like, oops, a bit of lag there, an achievement of some sort, or the beginning of a collection. What do you have, Researcher Yarix? Commander, my research with Essence Manipulation has proved to be advantageous. By harnessing their power, we can exploit their weaknesses and strengths. Okay, let's see. What do you mean? I've used the spirits of the wild as inspiration for the manipulation of spirit essence in Jormag's minions. In short, I've weaponized spirit essences against the very beings that produce it. So what about these pylons? You see these 3 pylons here? Well, each one represents an essence category: resilience, vigilance, and valor. You can use the system I've developed to exploit each essence's strength and weakness. So I wonder if we're going to have to, like, pick one of these in different circumstances. Maybe if we're going into a strike boss for a particular week, and I know they go in rotation, that's what I've been told. So week 1 could be a different boss, week 2 different mechanics. Almost kind of like, well, think of it as like, you know, World of Warcraft's, what do you call it? Oh, you know, your mythic pluses with all the different stuff that happens all the time. So what is the weakness? Each other. Resilience is weak to vigilance. Valor is weak to okay, so there's like a strength and weakness mechanic among these 3. Got it. I see, okay. It'll take time to master the system, but I provided training exercise for you to start. Attack the pylons of resilience and collect the essence orbs it drops. So I don't have any on me right now in terms of the essence buff or whatever, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick one up.
Right. Here's how it works. Attack that pylon of resilience and collect the orbs of essence it drops.
Okay. With my normal attacks. Oh.
Well done. Strong. Now imbue yourself to the maximum threshold. Collect more orbs of essence.
Alright, so you see the buff I've got on now. There's a 10-minute timer on that, and every time I attack this thing, it's going to drop orbs. So the maximum stack I can have is 30, apparently. So I'm just going to have to keep doing this.
Go ahead. Hit me.
Alright, as far as new episode mechanics go, I mean...
Feel that? You're experiencing the power of the resilience essence. Attack the target dummy to channel your new power.
Okay, so I've got new power. Let's see. I had a might stack of like 20 plus last I checked, so. And I've got a new Spirit Nova attack as well.
Now, open that chest. It's vulnerable to the element you're harnessing. Looks like you need to develop your essence manipulation. Come back when you've progressed in your training.
Alright, it's a little, okay. Was overwhelming a little bit. So that's just for one of this stuff. This will be interesting, I suppose, if there's going to be world bosses or events that's going to require a specific set. Again, I haven't played far into the new episode, so I don't know as much. But I'm going to be running around with the resilience essence. Oh no, it's going to remove that. Well, no problem. Oh, thanks for the Guild Heroes banner. Appreciate that. Okay, so at least we know what to look forward to, guys. There is... Oh, thanks for the food. There's going to be some new stuff to play around with. And, yeah, hopefully that will prove to be a little interesting, I suppose. Because with Guild Wars 2's content formula, yeah, I would say the last 6 episodes maybe have all had the same theme and the same formula, the same mechanics. So with episode 1 for the Icebrood Saga, I guess it's nice seeing something different. So let's go ahead and continue on. Let me check in the chat real quick. Oops is currently working at Jaeger, working on the Cycle D. Cool. And we got Nick in chat. Hey, Nick. Long time no see, bro. How you doing? We following footsteps?
Just like I thought. Svanir tracks. And the same scuff marks we saw on the keep. They had prisoners.
Might be your guildmates.
If I hadn't abandoned them at the keep.
We're here now. That's what matters.
Right, so Bram's feeling guilty because that's his guild that got slaughtered there. Can't really blame him.
Snow's all churned here. One of the prisoners tried to put up a fight.
Not sure how we could tell, but okay. I see we're heading to that huge raven statue.
Bram, look. That lens we picked up is reacting to this area.
Raven.
Oh, what lens?
He's trying to show us something. Let's look around.
Oh, right, the thing back in the room, yeah. I see that power just flowing out of me. Okay, what do you got, Raven? What's your story? No? Other side? Okay. Through to Raven. Somewhere here. Oh, group event. Help prepare Jor's Keep defenses for an Icebrood attack. So, okay, this is one of the new map events. I'm just caught in the middle, so I'm gonna exit here. Oop. Raven lens. Oh.
You were one of us, and you killed them all. They're cowards. They're playing for the winning side. They'll get theirs in the end, just like Krakatoruk.
Volar, please, at least let me kill the mouthy one. No. Jormag wants them both alive.
Jormag. Alright, Jormag's in play.
How is this? They betrayed Almora and Javi. Killed all those people.
Who are they?
My guildmates.
Okay, I guess what he's saying is...
My fault.
Guildmates betrayed...
If I had been there...
So much pain. He needs rest.
Damn it, creepy
if you
voice.
Need some time to...
No. Raven is showing us how to find them. We need to keep going. We need to fix this.
And we will. Let's move on to the next clue. There is a POI here in this tower, but I do see some Sons of Svanir. Let's kill him quick. Oh, never mind. I thought I was supposed to go up. Not necessary.
I feel strong.
Meantime, if there's any Guild Wars 2 players... Oh, hang on, he dropped something. Oh, I don't have the... Okay, so I need pretty much the mastery unlocked before I can start picking up stuff. Yeah, if there's any Guild Wars 2 players in chat that have already completed the episode, I would like you to give me a absolutely spoiler-free review.
Where were my...
Like, thumbs up or thumbs down.
Where were the traders taking them?
What's that new icon on the map, on the minimap, that blue thing? Eternal Ice. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Why am I going on foot? Okay, where's it pointing me to? On the hill right here. Up, there we go. And this special skill simply means that the lands can actually let us see events that took place. So we might be falling in their tracks.
This was just a patrol. They didn't need to die. Why are they doing this? Why is this happening? Listen to me. When we start moving again, I'll create a distraction. You run. We took our comms, but if you make it back to the keep, call the Pact Commander. Let me do it. You go. The Vigil needs you. That's an order, Javi.
Volar has a scar on his left shoulder. Threw himself in front of a Svanir sword to protect my flank. And now he's just slaughtering.
Maybe that's what Jormag's power is, to corrupt the mind.
I should have been there. I should have been there.
I know this isn't easy, but Almora and Javi might have escaped. We have to see what happens next.
I just want... I'm so tired.
They need us, Bram. We can find them, but we have to work together.
Alright, there's a lot going on that I'm trying to process here. So, creepy voice is telling us to rest, and Bram's feeling tired all of a sudden. What is this? A Norn thing? Are only, like, you remember in Heart of Thorns, all the Leaf people get, you know, they can get corrupted by Mordramoth, and now maybe all the Norn can be affected by Jormag's minions just whispering in their ear. I'm human, of course, so I'm indifferent.
Fewer tracks here. They lost someone.
Javi got away.
Or they... Yeah, maybe Javi got away.
Okay, Raven Lens, up in hill.
Blizzard's kicking up. We're gonna need protection from it.
What?
Maybe
The blizzard
we should try
sweeps
one of those
in?
Raven totems.
Seek shelter or utilize Raven barriers. Ah, shit. What the hell? Okay, that's new. Let's go ahead and use the Raven Lens real quick.
Nice trick you tried to pull back there. Raven would be proud.
Where did you take her?
Your general has killed her last dragon. What do we do with this one? The forest. There's a cave where Jormak can speak to her in peace.
Raven, show them the way.
Yes, show them the way.
Cave in the forest. That's where Javi is. And the lens must be reacting because of her. But what about Almora?
Gotta move, Bram. I'm freezing.
Stop.
Right. If this thing gets to 20, I'm fucking dead. I need shelter. Where are we going?
Stop!
You hear it too, don't you? That voice.
It isn't Raven, is it?
Come on. We're almost there. It's just like you said. Javi needs us.
Where? Up there? Come on, can I get him in? Yeah, okay, let's fly out of here. That's cool though. Look, my skin, everything is just changing to frost. The longer I stay in the blizzard, my mount speed is... Okay, there we go. So I think the blizzard was part of that event or something back there. I did see a corrupted totem that was supposed to destroy. So, okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have some fun exploring this map tomorrow or something. Tonight I just want to do the story. Verdant Herb, let's go ahead and do that. Is that a new monster? Aberrant Merlot? I'm pronouncing that right. It looks interesting. Let's go and kill that real quick. Imps we've seen before, so not much excitement in terms of new enemies. I do want to see, there's this lumbering world boss that's stalking the forest from the previews that I saw. So that'll be fun to come up against. And of course, the strike bosses. Let's go into what's left behind and let's see if we can find Almora. In the meantime, let's checking on chat. Mazida says, whose voice is in your head? I am not sure actually. So that's part of the mystery. Like, I'm trying to find out because it sounds like Almora, it sounds like Javi. I don't know. I don't know which one of them escaped. We know that Almora is the one that called us at the beginning of the episode, so I presume she made it out. But she doesn't sound right. Like, she doesn't sound like how she sounds in these flashbacks from the Raven Lens. So
your guildmates.
Have to wait and see.
I understand if you want me to handle this by myself.
The blood they spilled is on my people's hands. I'm Norn. It's my duty to make them answer for it.
Alright.
There's more Raven magic here. Try the lens.
You got it. We're heading into this thing. Okay, before we go in, let me just finish up on chat real quick. Kira says, it was short, but personally I liked it. Well, I guess, you know, in terms of duration, that was to be expected. I just hope there's enough content, like the strike missions and chasing for some of the new stuff, like the weapons, to actually make it worth it. Loon says, really enjoyed the storytelling of this episode. One of the best for me. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, for me, the top one, like the best story episode for me was probably the final one for Season 4. Season 5? Season 4, Orien's Ascension, that episode. Yeah, that one got me good. I really like the story in that one. And Kira says, by the way, you'll need 2 tier of that Raven Mastery to progress, so it's not a bad idea to pick some XP boosters. Ooh, thanks for the tip, Kira. Yeah, I'll definitely do that now. Let's see, do I have it with me? Yep, Bank Express. I always keep some of that so I can get access to my XP boosters. 50-50. No, not that one. Heroic. 50 XP all. Don't I have like 100? Ow, let's grab one. There's just too many. Thanks for the tip, Kira. Yeah, I guess you're right. And maybe if I come across some other events, I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 just to bump up my XP, because now I know that there's going to be a roadblock if I don't have Raven's Light. And this one says activate Raven barriers. I did see one earlier. I tried to do it in the middle of a conversation and it didn't pop, so let's see how far we can go. Reach Javi, so the objectives of the story already spelled that for me.
Get out!
You hear that?
Hang in there. We're coming.
Damn. Oh, I should have known. Can't resist playing the hero, can you?
Wait, Bram Vowbreaker? Raven led you here?
Vowbreaker? Well, didn't you know? That's what they call you in the Shiver Peaks now.
I own my mistakes, Olar. Now it's your turn. I saw what you did. The Vigil were your people.
No, these are my people. The sons of Svanir were there when you weren't. Showed us the truth about Jormag.
No, this isn't...
Brothers, take them down.
Bring it.
Strong. Take that!
Okay, I'm keep being reminded that I don't have essence manipulation, which is fine. Yeah, it seems all the enemies in the new map will drop those essences, like that one over there. Oh boy, it's gonna be interesting trying to remember to go pick them up. Sometimes when I play like Base Guardian, I drop stuff all the time and I forget to pick them up.
Please, we fought together, side by side. Don't do this.
I was a child then. Now I understand Jormag isn't the real enemy. The dragon killers are. You won't leave us again.
Go
Ray.
ahead. Hit.
You're going to stay forever.
I did not even see if there's achievements or not. Well, that was easy. Alright, let's get you out of here.
Almora, did you find her?
Not yet, but she was the one who called us here, so she must be alive out there.
Called you? But the Svanir took our comms, so we couldn't call the dragon killer, they said. Our own people, all the male Norn, they turned on us. Let the sons of Svanir through our gate while we slept. Jormag
whispered to them, just like we're being whispered to now.
No.
That voice. The one in the back of my mind. It's Jormag.
Javi, what did Jormag say to you?
That Svanir's blood runs through me. That it's my legend to complete his work. Help the Freyr take the region.
Your name is Jorah's daughter. Your legend is to finish her work, not his.
Javi, what is the Freyr?
The sons of Svanir's highest officer, chosen by Jormag. The Blizzard. The attack on the Keep. It's all his doing. They've had this region in a stranglehold since Almora arrived. The attacks never stop. And then there are the disappearances. If this goes on any longer, I don't know how we're going to survive.
Well, okay, the Freyr is the one leading the attacks, right? We stop him, we stop the Sons of Svanir.
Exactly. But he's protected in the Raven Sanctum. Somehow, he's using stolen Raven magic to seal himself inside. Before the attack, Almora and I were working on a way to enter the Sanctum using ancient Raven lenses.
Like the one that led us here.
Raven lenses reveal the spirit essence we leave behind, but it only works on Norn. I use that to guide you here, to me. We need 2 lenses to enter the Sanctum. The one you found was mine. The other one, Almora has it.
We gotta find her, Commander. If the Svanir have her, she's in danger. I'll search their camps.
Oh boy, alright, now we're getting to the good stuff.
I found Javi, but we need to form a search party for Almora. Quickly.
Kree and I can check prisoner camps.
I think I discovered where Vigil soldiers are disappearing to. I'll keep following their trail. It may lead to Almora.
Good idea. I'll be there soon to help. And be careful, all of you. If you hear anything strange, don't listen.
Bring her back, Commander. Please.
So that answers your question, Mazidi. Whose voice is that? I thought it was Almora. No, it's Jormag, which is the big baddie for this season. The other Elder Dragon, I was going to say the final Elder Dragon, but it's not the final. There's like a couple of more Elder Dragons. The Sea Dragon, I forgot their name. There's one more sleeping. Oh, this is getting good. So, my first thought was all Norns can get corrupted the same way Modromov can corrupt the Sylvari. So that was my initial thought. And then, you know, they were accentuating that. Myself, I'm a human being who can also hear the voice, so it seems Jormag can touch everybody, not just Norns. That raises the stakes a lot. Okay, what do you got? I wasn't sure if I was asking for Raven's help at work, but finding the lens, following the trail here, it was his doing. He sees what Jormag is doing to the marches. Yeah, so... Alright, good. Let's get out of this thing. Back to the marches. Let's also get some XP. Alright, checking on chat real quick. Jared says, getting vibes of Arthas from Warcraft 3. That's a good shout. Yeah, I suppose you could say that. We also have Lord Midichlorian in chat. Hey, Lord Midichlorian, long time no see. How you doing? And Infinite XP says, what's up, man? What up? Good to see you guys. Which reminds me, every time I see you, Infinite XP, I just keep thinking of Final Fantasy 14 and how I need to get back on that because my sub is running. You know, when you pay for something and you don't even get the time to play it, you're like, oh. Hang on. My story objectives are moving. Why are they moving? That's pretty cool. Okay, what about here? Alright, there's an event going on right there. I'm just going to do that real quick for some easy XP. Which I believe is back down in the cave where we came from. Let's see how big this patrol is. Elite? No, I can't open that because I'm going to need the green color essence thing, which I do not have. Maybe it's up there. Let's go find out. Just around the corner. Shouldn't be too bad. I'll take that back.
Strong.
They have a stun. They're invulnerable. Did they just spawn? Yep. I see a bunch of stuff spawn. It's going down.
Go ahead. Hit me.
Alright, that one's done. So that's 40,000. Barely enough. Let's break through that Ravenlock. Anything down here? Yeah, stuff like Vistas, POIs, all of them will give me XP as well.
That
so let me just clear stuff as I go along. It's a dark map, which is nice. I like spooky, dark style maps. Takes me back to the good old times of Ore. Oh boy, Champion Skelk. I just wish they, you know, they'd come up with newer... What is that?
I can't do that.
Wait, is that Brian? No, it's
I
not.
want to, but rest. I'd like to rest. I'd like to.
Do you guys hear that? The little whatever he mumbled at the end. That is freaky as shit. So that's what a corrupted Jormag Norn looks and sounds like. Okay, cool. Let's get out of here. I'm not strong enough to take on a champ on my own. Oh, mastery point. I see a mastery point. Let's go get it. Hello. How many do I need for the next one anyway? Just one, so that's okay. Not too bad, but I still got a lot more.
Do you want to
Jormag is asking if I want to survive. Creepy. Uh-oh, hang on. Minimap says there is a collection of something here. I don't know what this is. What is this? Some sort of mirror? I have no idea. Is this supposed to do anything? Alright, I'll figure this out. But there was something down here, like a collection icon. There you go. Bright Shore.
Finally. I'd lost hope anyone would find me. I've been here for so long. It tells me to stay. I'm so tired. So hungry. If I ate, I'd have the strength to leave. Bring me food. Fruit.
Why do they all sound spooky as hell? Okay, so this is definitely an achievement collection thing. Let me just see.
Finally. I'd lost hope anyone would find me.
Just repeating the same thing.
I've been here for
selling
so
anything.
long. It tells me to
this
stay.
vendor stuff is nothing.
I'm so tired. So hungry. If I ate, I'd have the strength to leave. Bring me food. Fruit.
Food or fruit? That's what he wants, right? So I'll keep an eye out for fruits. Where do you even get fruits? Oh, destroy portals. No, no, no. I'm too far. I'm not gonna make it. Is that a portal? Yeah, I made it just in time. Come on! Just tag along for the free XP. That's about it. Yeah, I don't have the mastery there. Lots of events, though. So, you see where I'm coming from? There's lots to figure out. This map, as soon as it started overwhelming me with new stuff from the weakness system and the essences and all the various different things, I like it because it's going to keep me busy for a while.
We did it. We can finish this. Commander, can you help clear the area? We'll set up defenses and start the search for survivors.
Sure. Why not? Since I'm in the area. I still need fruit. Will one of you bugs drop fruit? Damn it, Skyskill. Fruit? Fruit? No fruit? Nope. Maybe it's a root vegetable. I'm just gonna try my luck. Winter root vegetable. Do you have something that a bear would like? Turnip? Don't think so. I've got tons of that in the bank, and if that would have counted, we would have taken something.
Strong.
Anyway, chat, I see that moving. Infinite says, I'm actually playing WoW Classic. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I had to stop that for a bit. It got to a point, because I'm playing on a very populated Southeast Asian server, or Oceanic server, rather. And, you know, these guys, a bunch of Singaporean, Malaysian guys, basically my area, they were like, oh, you know, they wanted me to commit so bad. Well, basically, they wanted anybody in the guild to commit and go hard, and I just didn't have the time. And I can't. I really can't. But for me, WoW Classic's going to be one of those where, you know, if I really want to do something within it, I'll probably give it a shot. Because it's still one of the things that I want to do, which is, you know, do a classic raid or something. Just to get a feel for what people had to endure back in the day.
Get any survivors safely back here.
Yeah. There's just so many things on my list. Arcage Unchained, which I need to review. Okay, hang on. What is this? What is this? Champion Bones Guarantee. This is the thing, y'all. This is the new sort of wandering world boss thingy-majingy. It's a new design, new world boss design. Let's see. I've got nameplates turned off right now, so I can't tell you how many players are in the area. We have about 9 minutes to take this guy down. He does have on-the-ground AoE attacks. Next victim. The Bone Skinner's preparing to snatch the next victim. I don't know what that means. It could be a boss-specific thing. And I hope the combat music is not too loud. If it is, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit for this part. I did see a CC face, but I missed it entirely. Where did he go? Where? Oh, okay. Jeez, what's with the little girl voice? I don't like that. that is creepy as hell. Yeah, I guess players have already figured out this mechanic. They know where to run. I'm just following the crowd at this point in time. See, what would make this creepier if there's less light? And I know people will not like, you know, having a very dark map. People will still turn up their brightness and whatever. Mine's still on default setting, I believe. But I would like to see this map like go real dark, like super dark. Okay, let's bring him down. CC phase. We burn CC. Almost there. Let's go, guys. 33%. What is that? Second sort of mechanic thing? See, this guy's already running ahead, so I guess he knows where to go. Vigil Survivor, what are you doing? Oh, oh, oh. What's with that? What's with that scream? Holy crap! Ah, I see. All right. So his health kind of regens if he goes and eats one of these Vigil Survivors, those purple icon things. So we got to make sure that we keep him alive, I suppose. And this is the second time doing it, right? So there's okay. Never mind. Here's his third time. He teleports to victims. Where's the next one?
I see the pattern at last.
I suppose if we break the CC, he's not going to do it. So let's try and break the CC. Or burn him straight. 9%. Nope, he's going to eat one. Up there. So what are we supposed to do here? How do we protect the... Yeah, I don't know how this works. I really don't. %. We should get it now. We should be able to burn down.
That'll silence you. Shifting sands.
So 3, 2, 1, and done. That has 1 AP to it. Hunting champions. There's 5 champions apparently. Oh, never mind. There's more than that. So this map is going to be full of stuff. I see in-game chat talking about a collection from essences where you'll need to kill bosses and stuff. Okay, good to know. Let's go grab that one real quick and then we'll get out of here. Continue the story. Because I think I should have... Oh, never mind. There's another champion in that area. How big is this map? A decent size, I suppose. I mean, if it's going to be crawling with champions all over, then I can see this being a very active map. Hopefully. And I just hope that the collectible, upgradable weapons are going to be worth doing. If not for the cosmetics. See, I don't know how they look like. If not for the cosmetics, then at least for... I don't know. I don't even know how much AP they give you. So while I'm whacking away at this thing, I'm going to check in chat real quick. Sorry guys, I'm quite behind here. Mazidi says this game got pet system where you can auto pick up loot. Since you said you always forget to pick up the item. Oh, the item that I always forget to pick up is mostly passive sort of skills and buffs that comes from, you know, your class. There is an auto loot feature, but you have to train down a mastery tree to get it. I think it's one of the base masteries. which doesn't require any expansions. Otherwise, you can just hit the hotkey. I think it's F or V. I may have bind mine differently, so that you can pick up loot. But yeah, this is not one of those sort of BDO type of games where you can get pets to pick up your loot for you, and I don't want that either. I'm not a big fan of that, because I will definitely spend the money to buy me the best pet that can make things easier for me. I know myself. You know, I've just got no self-control. If there's a way to get sort of auto-looting features, I'm gonna have it. I just cannot be bothered to manually pick up loot. That has no place in modern MMOs, in my opinion, of course. You guys may like the old-school, hardcore, you know, version of clicking on every corpse that you defeat. I just can't stand it. My tolerance and patience is getting worse with age. I kind of sound like my mom now. Okay, let's go through here, I believe. Okay, and let's also check in chat real quick. If I get to your question and you guys have already left the stream because you think I'm ignoring you, I'm not, guys. Sorry. I'm just really slow at catching up. Jared says, your mount looks epic. Thank you. If you mean the sky skill. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this particular skin because it's... I don't know what you want to call it. It's dragony, I suppose. It's the most dragony looking skin for this particular mount. There's another champ. Are these caverns connected? Yeah, they are. Yeah, alright. So if you're coming into the episode new for the first time, you probably want to do the story. Pick up the first one, the first mastery, just so you can use these raven locks. Now, because I can't pick up the essence that the champion's probably going to drop, I'm not going to be able to loot that chest, so there's no point. Is there somebody above me? Yep, there is somebody above me. Sorry. Oh, ow, how dare you. Well, since he's going for it, I may as well give it a go. Let's see if we can duo this champ. Oh, jeez. Guess not. Survive! Yeah, I don't know what that purple thing above his head is, but I am pretty dead. Oh, made it back up. 3 of us now. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. Sorry guys, I'm bailing. An enemy is fixated on me. Yeah, you can chase me all you want. I'm out of here. Again, I can't loot that chest, so there's no point in me doing that. I don't know how I'm gonna get more of that essence thingy. Now, I hope I'm going the right way here. What am I looking for? Up there, help Marjorie search ritual sites. Yeah, I'm already liking the amount of events in the area.
Commander, I followed the trail of missing Vigil soldiers, and it leads to this.
Then Almora could be here.
We need to free these captives first.
Okay, hang on. We'll get you out of that. Meantime, back to the chat. Boggy Boom says, how's the state of the game? Good question, Boggy. I've been away for maybe a month since the prologue. Well, it really depends. If you're an endgamer in Guild Wars 2, there's not a lot to be happy about, simply because it's, you know, most of the things that endgamers want are a long time away. New fractals, new raid. I think I read an interview over the weekend where this German gaming magazine spoke to ArenaNet, and they were saying that, yeah, those things are in the pipeline. New fractal, a new raid, and a new legendary as well, but we won't see it anytime soon. So we're talking about like a 6-month window, which is agonizingly long. I mean, for endgamers, I suspect. You know, in MMO terms, especially with Guild Wars 2 and how fast players consume the content. Because let's face it, in Guild Wars 2, if you put your mind to it, you can pretty much finish a lot of the content very, very fast. It's not the grindiest of MMOs when it comes to the basic things, unless you're chasing for a legendary gear, weapons, backpack, accessories, that kind of thing. So yeah, there is frustration in that sense, but for the casual player, I don't think there's too much to complain about, I suppose. And, you know, 2019 is going to be a mixed year for Guild Wars 2. There's a lot good in terms of the story and how ArenaNet's still standing, to be honest, with everything that's against them. The layoffs, the bad rap from their presentation, I suppose, the backlash, because, again, endgamers, PvPers especially, I should not just say endgamers. Let's talk about PvP too, because that department needs some love. So, a mixed bag, I suppose. I mean, again, it depends if you're in it for... If you play both sides, you do the PvE and you do the PvP, and you enjoy the story, then, you know, I think it's worth sticking around. Hopefully, they will push out the content that is going to please everybody. But,
are you okay?
You know, it's going to be a really hard juggling act.
Don't worry about me.
Alright, Marjorie.
Almora isn't here. I should keep following the trail.
So that was an event slash...
No, you go on ahead.
Main story section there. I like how the two kind of integrated, and then there's just a mastery insight there just waiting to be picked up, so that's cool. Easy peasy. Alright, any questions and stuff, just put it in chat and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. Kira says that mirror is part of a light puzzle on this map. Well. Oh, see? This is when, you know, if I wasn't into YouTube or streaming or whatever, I'd totally go check out Dolphies and try and figure it out. Like, I would totally figure it out. Hey, hang on a minute. I didn't get the mastery, did I? Crap. Let's do that again. Yeah, I would totally go get a Dolphy guide or something and figure that out. I will eventually. Jared says... Wait, hang on. I would have went back to classic WoW, but I couldn't get behind their actions of the recent event in spite of the games and being a lover of Diablo. Ah, yes, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Blizzard, the Hong Kong, the esport thing, right? Yeah. See, the week that happened, I already made my news job video. I think some of you may remember this. And one of the things I was talking about was World of Warcraft's 8.3 Rise. No, was it Rise? No. It's the one after. I forgot the title already. But yeah, I put it out and everybody was just, you know, bashing me like, hey, how dare you cover Blizzard? How dare you cover WoW? And I had no idea what was going on. So I had to like track back and see what was happening in the wider picture. Then I realized, oh, okay, so that happened. And you know, people have been asking my opinion on it, and I don't really get political at all on my channel. It's not what my channel's for. But you know, Blizzard did F up, and did they apologize in BlizzCon? I remember watching a bit of BlizzCon, but you know, we'll see where they go from that. I mean, I don't want to hold, like, I don't hold Eon Hazikostas and his team accountable for something that is more toward the Hearthstone side of things and their esport department and their PR department, you know. And I do feel bad for, you know, the WoW guys who have to take the flack for everything that happened to the esports side of things. But as an entity, Blizzard as a company, ooh, their PR could have been so much better. The way they responded to it, how long it took them to respond and rectify things. Because my background is PR too. I worked in PR for like 6 years, and in the crisis department, no less, of my company. So, you know, the responsiveness and how quick you got to react to situations like that, Blizzard just failed. As for supporting World of Warcraft, it's my job to cover games, so I still cover World of Warcraft. I've got to be impartial there, but my own personal beliefs. Look, I'm in Malaysia. I'm pretty close to Hong Kong and the China situation. It's not my place to, you know, speak publicly about it. But hey, buy me a beer and we'll have a chat. If you're in the area, that is. maybe in 30 years we'll have something called virtual beers. Yeah, so I'm really liking this. So everywhere that those green, you know, story sections of the map comes into play, it's always an event. So I'm here now at another event, and no wonder they were moving. So I really like this sort of formula now, because in the past, when you get to sort of like a story chapter or story content, you know, things are static. It's waiting to be activated. It's waiting to react to your presence when you get there and you interact with a clicky or something. Not these ones. You know, we're here for a reason. We're trying to find Almora, and it's all action, and I really like that. I probably will have some fun playing with my alts this time around. In the past, remember what I said at the top of the stream, which was, you know, in Season 4, most of the Living World episodes, most of it's built around going through all the instances and then doing the repeatable heart tasks, which I absolutely dread doing, especially when you have 10 characters and you want to get the stuff fast. So with this one, because of how dynamic it seems to be, I can pick and choose which elements of the story and the events that I want to do. But that could also be a double-edged sword, because maybe in 2 years' time, if there's any new players coming into the game and they're coming to this part of the Icebrood Saga, if there's nobody playing these episodes, because the population would then, of course, move on to the latest wherever we are in the story, then some of these main story tied to events is just going to be a real pain in the butt for solo players or less than 5 players, so I do feel the pain there. I hope they scale it, I guess, in time. Scale some of these events. Okay, that was a good thing you brought up, Jared. Let's move on. Mazidi says, I don't know this game have a polar bear race. Oh yeah, they're called the Kodans, if I'm not mistaken. And they have a part to play. I think they were introduced in the first game, Guild Wars, the OG. I could be wrong though, because I've not finished the original Guild Wars. I have the complete collection, and I started a little bit because I wanted to get my Hall of Monuments achievements and, you know, the cool titles and things like that. But as usual, my excuse is too busy, no time, and I'm sticking with that.
You can never have too much treasure.
Let's just search these tents.
Alright, so mission accomplished. We got rid of whatever this... Oh. Alright, I can do that. I can keep him distracted. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. I can't break out of that. Dead.
That should be the end of him. For good this time.
So he came back.
Find any sign of Almora. We're going to keep checking prison camps.
You, still want me along?
Not a matter of want. We could use the help if you want to come along, Commander.
Sure, I really like these two. Because they have that couple dynamic, right? So I kind of like watching them interact with each other. Now, I think I've already hit the threshold for XP. I have. Let's go ahead and get that second. There we go. Mastery, which is Raven's Light. You can now activate Raven Barriers and Light Shrines. So we'll see what this one does. There's not exactly like an explanation. You don't get like a tutorial video showing you what exactly this does. So I'm hoping as I play through the story some more, we'll figure it out. Now let's see, you've unlocked the Essence Manipulation Masteries. So that means in this second tier now, I should be able to pick up the stuff that some of these enemies drop and hopefully use that to get an advantage over Valor, as it says here. So Essence of Resilience, I think that's the green one or the red one, I can't remember. I wish it was color-coded so we know exactly which is which. Probably the green one, because the background's in green. Okay, it's the same for the other one, never mind. This one is also 600k, I'm guessing? 300k, yep. Yeah, decent so far. I'm just playing casually at the moment, having fun talking to you guys in chat, so my pacing is not exactly that fast. And I think Kira did mention that I'm going to need 2 or complete the first one in order to move along with the story. Let's see if there's anything happening there. There's a champ, but I don't think there's a player taking him down. There is, actually. Do I want to help? Sorry. I don't fancy my chances. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible community player. Okay.
Commander, the Sons of Svanir could be holding Almora captive in their camp. We need to clear it out before we can search.
Way ahead of you.
So we are now at Bram. Oh, veteran enraged cook. Basically Gordon Ramsay. I'm gonna read the words enraged cook, I always think of Gordon Ramsay. Alright. Since this is the last one that I need, I think, I am able to check in chat and move this along. George says, what fruit does you know grow in a snowy area? Good question. I actually don't know. Here in Malaysia, it never snows. It's summer all round, so I've actually, true fact, I've not experienced real snow. So I don't know. I guess fruits that you'd find in a snowy country. What kind of fruits did you get, or you can grow in Alaska, maybe? Because, you know, besides importing fruits. Good question. Like 90% of the fruits I consume are all like tropical fruits. Papaya, mango, jackfruit. You guys hate this in the West. It's called a durian, the king of fruits. It's the smelliest one. Probably apples, I suppose. Apples in the snow? I don't know. My knowledge of fruits is not as in-depth as my knowledge of MMORPGs. Let's just put it that way. Okay, moving on to the chat. Midichlorian says, so how are you with the COPPA thing? C-O-P-P-A. Is that the new rule for YouTube about the kids channel thingy? Yeah, so when I came back making videos on YouTube maybe 3 weeks ago, after you know, I took a break, YouTube kind of changed a little bit. Almost everything is changing. My dashboard, how I upload videos, and then there's some legal rules as well. Now, all content creators are supposed to state whether or not you're making content for kids. So I was kind of in a bind because video games, you know, you could assume that children are watching. So in the end, I said, no, my channel and my content's not made for kids. So that's that. I don't know if that means I'm gonna get, you know, less kitty ads or whatever, you know, but it's a legal ruling that you have to declare that legally, regardless of where you are in the world, or your channel could get, you know, taken down or whatever. So I'm not gonna take that risk, and I hope that's what you meant, because yeah, I already went through that. Now the second phase for me is the changes to, you know, streaming. YouTube, so I've been using this YouTube events for streaming, and it's been around for maybe 3 years now, but 2020 everything's going to change, so I'm going to have to relearn how to upload videos again, how to stream again, which is why a lot of my friends are like, maybe you should just stream on Twitch, but you know, I kind of prefer YouTube because most of you guys are here on YouTube, so it's going to be fun over the Christmas period just relearning how to do things again. Okay, let's read everything in there. Carlito, sorry if I get your name wrong, says, I didn't know there's flying in the game. Yeah, there's, it's not exactly flying per se. The one mount that you see me, you know, going up in the air, it only has a limited burst, so you gotta do it strategically, and you gotta take breaks just to make sure that your stamina meter comes back again. But Guild Wars 2 has said that they would never out and out make a flying mount, so you don't actually get to cross the map. Although there is a way with the Griffin.
Where the Raven can't fly? What does that mean?
It's for me. Our code for Dark Rhyme Delves. That means Almora escaped. She's a Dark Rhyme Delves. I know it. Get her back, Commander.
Good. So Almora is alive. After going through all these prison camps with the Sons of Svanir, who, by the way, have betrayed members of the Vigil. Well, we know they're alive, so I guess that's where we're going to. Yep, so this is the Sky Skill. This is one mount that, I guess, is the closest to flying. It can hover in the air, but take a look at this bar here. I hope you guys can see that. Oh no, my mouse is way off. What is wrong with my OBS? Okay, so my mouse is like way up to the left instead of where it should be. Anyway, there's a blue bar on top of the yellow bar here, and that's for the mount stamina. The higher I go, the lower that blue bar goes, or green bar. And once it hits 0, I can't really go up, and I have to go down. So the cool thing with this one is you can like sort of cling onto the walls, hit the space bar, and then replenish that again. So this is a really handy mount, but you know, the thing about Guild Wars 2 mounts is it's super situational. All the mounts in this game, you know, there's going to be a time and place for them. This is the Griffin. This is the OG of the air. And, you know, this one relies on heights, and you can, in fact, cross an entire map super fast if you are high enough. I don't think this is a good place to show it off, though. Somewhere like Verdant Brink and the Heart of Thorns map, that's the best place to see it in action. And if you guys are new to Guild Wars 2, then hey, you may want to probably get Path of Fire for the mounts, because I've said this so many times, it's probably one of the best features that Guild Wars 2 has introduced ever. Since it launched in 2012, it's that big of a game changer. Once you go mounts, you can't go back to playing without mounts again. So that's Almora's sword. I just set that out. Is she under there? Hello? Anybody home?
Javi, I found the Raven lens. And Almora.
Is she hurt? Let me talk to her.
She didn't make it.
No!
Oh. How?
There are slash marks. And it looks like she's been gone for a while. Someone went to the trouble of burying her.
Sons of Svanir wouldn't bother. Whoever it was found her like that before you did. Vanguard? Everything she did. The battles she's been through. She died alone. No warrior should die alone. I'll send someone to bring her home. Where she belongs. Take the lens and meet me at the keep.
And look around. I want to know if he was there when she... if he was there for her.
Aren't you tired?
There goes Jormag again.
Regroup at the keep, everyone. We have to talk.
No. Well, farewell toast to one of the OG characters of Guild Wars 2 story, General Almora Soulkeeper, who's been with us since the very beginning, leader of the Vigil. And she even had a rock song about her that we were all mosh pitting to, and she goes. So this is that's interesting though. So how was she communicating with us? She was dead. So I thought she was, you know, brought back to life, and that's how she called us at the very beginning of the episode, but I guess not. So that's interesting. Oh man, I really like Almora. She was one of those badass, no-nonsense characters that, you know, even in a joking sort of situation in game with the story, there's always this hard-ass vibe about her, and I really like that. Rest in peace, Almora. I will now go back and listen to your rock song again.
I'll find whoever did this. I promise.
So she now joins the rank of... well, there's a bunch of, you know, secondary... Well, I wouldn't even call her secondary. I'd call her a side character, really. That showed up throughout the stories that are now gone. Prominent ones include the original commander of the Pact. What's his name? The Leaf dude. The one everybody started out hating, and then, you know, after a while, kind of grows on you. I forgot his name. Help me out, guys. Original commander of the Pact. What's his name? Okay, in the meantime, let's go ahead and talk some more. Mazidi says, I'm impatient, that's why I'm so bad at MMOs. I can see I can see that. I mean, it's also kind of why most MMOs today put in a lot of things like microtransactions, pay to progress, pay to win even, just because they know there are people out there who would rather pay just to bypass some of these, you know, mechanics that either take too long or, you know, that kind of thing. When I was younger, you know, just starting out, first year in college and everything, I had no money, and, you know, I frowned upon those sort of mechanics. And I watched other people in my guild, you know, married couples, husbands, fathers, paying, you know, credit card whores was what we used. It was an inside joke in my guild at the time. We'd call everybody who, you know, bought stuff credit card whores, and And I just really didn't understand it. And here I am, you know, sort of 10 years later, and I'm doing what they're doing because I know now how hard it is to sort of spend 10 hours a day. You just don't get that sort of time anymore. And if there's an opportunity to, you know, and I'm not saying cheat or pay to win or that kind of thing, but if there's an opportunity to ease the load somewhat in areas that you think where you can, I'm okay with that, I suppose. Except for PvP. That's one thing I still, because I was big on PvP and I hated it being on the receiving end of somebody who I know bought their way to gear or skills, and you can immediately tell, especially in a game like Lord of the Rings Online, when you come across a creep player, and for creeps, which are monster players, you had to earn your skills at the very beginning, and you could tell when a higher rank creep with all their skills unlocked are good because they know how to use their skills. And then they introduced, you know, the pay-to-win mechanic of, you know, creeps can buy skills now. So you come across like a rank 2 Reaver with all the skills unlocked, and you could tell they suck because they have no experience playing that class. And you know, I really enjoyed those sort of battles. The problem was when you're 1 against 5, and all 5 of them are like pay-to-win creeps, and they all have the powerful skill. That's when you really feel like, all right, that didn't work to your advantage because people paid the money to get the powerful skills. Yeah, I don't know where this is going. I derailed that chat. Kira says that purple thing is a fixation aggro mark from raids. Awesome. Well, I guess, Kira, you can tell I probably have not... Well, I've done a couple of raids, but I haven't done enough raids to know raid mechanics. Now, if that raid mechanics are showing up on the landscape, on the map, that's cool. I'd like to see that. Kind of why I'm a big fan of the strike missions. When they first came out for the prologue, I really enjoyed the boss fight with the strike because to me that was like a mini sort of raid experience, and I think some people, most of the casual players, enjoyed doing it the first 2 or 3 times, and then it got, you know, stale after a while because everybody was just chasing, trying to get the shoulder chest box to drop, and I never got one, by the way. And I don't think I'll ever run that for a while, so I'll just buy the shoulder box. I'm sorry, where am I going? I'm going back to the keep. Yeah, I think I've got enough XP for now to move on. Zanushu, hey, long time no see, and sorry I'm getting to your chat late. It says, think you'll be streaming BDO when they release the Guardian class? If there's a demand for it, sure, man, I'll definitely, like, for me, BDO, the last time I actually played BDO, swear to God, Shadow Arena. It's been that long. I'm saving up for a new phone, or maybe I'll just BlueStack it, but the next one I want to jump into is BDO Mobile. I want to check that out for myself because everybody's been... Ooh, Mighty Orden is now following on Twitch. Thank you, Mighty Orden. Because I've been told so many great things about BDO Mobile, how it runs great. Of course, I don't have the phone to do that, so I may just BlueStack that. But yeah, again, if there's a demand for that, you guys want to see some BDO on my channel, I will try. I will try to make that happen. Tsunushu also says, don't talk about gold sellers in Guild Wars 2 though, because they'll ban you for it. Gold sellers in Guild Wars 2? Like in chat? I mean, I gotta admit, I haven't really seen a whole lot of them, but there's totally a market out there for, I don't know, gold buying. Or did you mean this currency exchange thing, where you can buy gold for gems? Ooh, 𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍, thank you. It's funny though, because I'm not streaming on Twitch at the moment. I'm streaming on YouTube, but that's cool, you guys. So I wonder if that's like a subtle nudge to go back and stream on Twitch too. Jared says, that sounds awesome. BDO is quite the sexy graphical wannabe MMO, not liking the lack of compelling world story. And here's the thing, like, I've spoken to a couple of guys about this, their next MMO, which is Crimson Desert. If you guys saw the news, everybody covered it. I think all the major MMO YouTubers covered it, talked about it as well. I see Crimson Desert as the story version of what BDO was supposed to be. Like, BDO, as much as it looks awesome in terms of the graphics and the combat, it's kind of shallow when it comes to the storytelling, and basically, and I know I'm going to alienate a lot of people, but basically what I would say a Western audience want in a AAA MMO. You've got a good mix of everything: PvP, PvE, a good story, a good progression system, and not a whole lot of that microtransaction stuff going on. So that's what I think the standard is in the West, and BDO was just one of those big flukes that just took off, and some people could tolerate that. But now I think 3 or 4 years, 5 years after release, the problem with BDO is it's getting stagnant. Where they can go, even with the new Guardian class, if they release a new class, you got to do the same thing over again, which is start from the same town, grind your way up to 20, 30, 40, doing the same things that you've done, the same tactics and strategy. Your hunting grounds where you gather the most XP, do the same thing until you get to 56, awaken that class, and then you've done it for all the other classes. So I'm hoping Crimson Desert doesn't do that method of BDO, just making you grind new classes, the same paths. I want to see a story-heavy desert, if you will. And it does look like it. The cutscenes and everything for Crimson Desert, we were talking about it on the comment section of that video. It had this Game of Thrones kind of vibe, and I do hope it's something that's worth giving BDO a run for its money.
Commander.
All right, let's continue this.
For finding her.
I don't get how this happened.
The Svanir caught up with her long before we arrived. Whoever called us here, it wasn't Almora.
Jormag.
As commanding officer of the Keep, it's my job to protect the people I have left. We've got to take down the Freyr. We have both Raven lenses now. That means we can enter the Raven Sanctum. I can meet you there and guide you through the temple. It's not easy to navigate.
Brimstone and I are coming with you.
I want to be there for Almora.
Let's avenge her.
Me too.
I think I need to stay here. I don't feel in control of myself right now.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Help the Vigil get back on their feet.
We'll meet you at the Sanctum, Commander.
Okay, we're doing this. Revenge for Almora. So, the person that called us at the beginning wasn't Almora, it was Jormag. So, man, see, I don't know much about Jormag besides the fact that he's an ice dragon and everybody wants him dead, but I don't know what his powers are, so to know that he can mimic voices and manipulate and this and that, I mean, it almost sounds like a carbon copy of some of the other Elder Dragons that we fought before, right? But in terms of this particular storyline, this is getting dark, and I like that.
Kaz, please pick up. I need you.
Oh yeah, Kaz is not here.
Are you okay?
Been through worse.
That doesn't matter.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Well, I have a feeling one of the main cast is gonna die. Don't know who. I mean, we've already lost Almora, so but I feel like one of the main cast of characters is gonna die. In season 4, they were teeing up Timey a lot. Oh, we did lose. What's his name? Goric and Blish. Yeah, there we go. We did lose Blish. But yeah, the other guys aren't here. Cass, Timey, who else is not here? There's a bunch more missing. So if somebody's gonna die from the main cast, then everybody needs to be together, and that probably is gonna happen in an expansion or something. I don't know.
Jormag's right. When things get tough, I run. I left my guildmates behind. I've even left you behind.
True.
Wolf would be ashamed.
You're not running now.
No, your pack deserves better. I'm working on it.
Yeah, you said that like 2 years ago too. Take your time,
Go
bro.
ahead, Commander. I'll meet you there with the other Raven lens. Let's do this for Almora.
Here, here. You're already sounding like the leader. Well, that was easy. So we got a replacement. All right, let's see what Ridlock is saying.
I said some stuff back there, and
I know, but I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's it. That's it. So all the stuff about their son kind of just forgotten, but then again, it's a big event. We just lost the leader of the Vigil, which is tragic. Again, one of the OG factions that help us, you know, take down multiple dragons and a god even. That's where we're going. And again, this map has only like one waypoint. So if I was playing solo, what I'd do is get on my roller beetle and make it there in time. But since we're on a stream and I do want to hear what you guys are saying, I'm going to take my time here, okay? For anybody new watching the stream, I love talking to you guys. So it's why I stream, really. Because on my own, I am a boring person. But when I get to read your opinions and stuff, I'm having fun. So hey, I hope you guys are having fun too. Mini Clorin says, a very hollow apology sounded pretty insincere. I guess we're talking about Blizzard here, right? He also says, was basically reading the statement they posted on the web, which allegedly from China adds being insulting. Hey, why you're so dumb? You won't take notice. I'm saying the same. Yeah, I did not see the web apology. I'll go look it up. You never know when a Chinese cop will knock on your door. Zanushu says to Jared, like, the videos does actually have story, but the main issue is that they highly ban walls of minigames and mom grinding. Agreed. Mini Current says later. George says, been holding out on video because it looks amazing, and I feel, to me, it is superior graphically to Age of Conan. Yeah, so BDO, you know, in comparison to all the South Korean, I'm going to say South Korean MMORPGs out there, is probably the best looking one ever since Remastered came out. Even before that, you could never search, you could search the web for best looking MMO, and BDO would show up in the first page of results. Because, let's be honest, it looks good, it looks flashy. It's got the best character creator, maybe. You could create anything with your character creator. It just looks good. In the rain, in the sun, the way the shadows gleam, the water reflections. I mean, if your PC is good enough to run it at remastered ultra settings, it's the best looking MMO out there. So if you want something like that, go for it. Base game, the buy-in is cheap in comparison. Like in my currency, it's like 10 bucks. 10 Malaysian ringgit for the base game, which is like 4 USD a pop. So it's cheap to get into, but that's where they get you, right? With all these sort of stuff. You get the package, the 30-day thing, and I mean, those are things that you feel like you won't need, but as soon as you get into the whole grind and you figure out what other players are doing to maximize your output in terms of your, you know, factory and crafting and workers, then it really becomes an endless cycle of work.
The entrance to the sanctum should react.
And you know, you get into this false sense of,
I should warn you, this sanctum
I have to, you know, pay or chip in the same amount of money that the other guy is doing just to keep up. And even when you do, in open world PvP, it doesn't matter because you're going to get your ass kicked anyway, unless you're part of a really big guild. Oh, so I've seen this wall door thing a couple of times passing by through the map, but I guess this is the last part of the map? Is that it? Yeah, it looks like it. I'm almost done. I'm 70% done with the map, too. I've got 3 more POIs and 3 more vistas. Oh, there we go. Another mastery thing up there. I'll remember that. Okay, before I go in, 1 minute. Let me just catch up in chat. See if I can get to where we are right now. Ire. Hello, he says, how's the ping, bro? Might consider picking up the game if the ping is good enough. Hope you're still watching. I don't know what time that was. So options, my ping is 140, and I'm averaging 209. So I was playing on the North American servers, or worlds, as they call it here, and I was getting about 280. And I recently decided to transfer over to EU, just to see how it was for both World versus World and Battlegrounds, or SPVP, as they call it here, and it's way better. So, and I'm a special case, I suppose. I think anybody that plays in Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Australia, we are all masters of the high ping. So 190 and above is like normal to us. We can still, you know, execute our skills and stuff like that. PvP is still playable. Anything above 300, that's when you gotta reevaluate your life choices. Think about getting a VPN or a ping booster, that kind of thing, or just play on an Asian server or whatever's close to you. So yeah, it's playable for me at 180 EU server. Carito says, it's easy to stream on YouTube. It's well, for me it's easier to stream on Twitch actually, because it's just plug and go. With YouTube I gotta set up events and stuff, but I'm working on it. I prefer YouTube again for multiple reasons. Basically, most of you guys are here, which is why I like streaming here. Jared says, maybe there's a way to bring BDO to the Switch. It will come, I guarantee you. I'm not joking. I know somebody who is very close to Pearl Abyss, and they were at the G-Star convention. Funny story, actually. I got invited to G-Star this year. G-Star is this big sort of electronic convention in Busan, South Korea. And every year they hold, you know, all kinds of things. Computers, games, all the Asian MMOs are there. Chinese, Oceanic, South Korea, obviously Japanese. So I got invited this year actually to go to Busan and check it out. Not by Pearl Abyss, by another gaming company. So I had to pay for my own stuff, and I don't speak a word of Korean except maybe Annyeong, Haseyo, Kamsahamnida. That's about it. That's about the only Korean I speak. So that was going to be a problem. I don't think I would have gotten a translator or something, so I turned that down. But somebody I knew went, and they were talking about BDO's expansion next. Last year they talked about BDO Mobile, they talked about BDO Xbox and PlayStation 4, and within 9 months all of that met their targets. Those have all launched basically. So this year there was talk about the Nintendo Switch, but there's something on with the licensing from Nintendo. I can't remember what he said, but it's probably going to happen. I just don't know if it's going to be BDO Mobile, the mobile version on the Switch, or is it the proper BDO, the main game on the PC. Either one, I think most people will be okay with it, because it's still an MMO, it's still on the Switch, which means, you know, well, I guess the big one will have to be crossplay. Like, is it going to be crossplay where you can take your progress from the PC and bring it over to the Switch? I don't think that will happen, obviously. I think they're going to make you start over, because that's what Pearl Abyss does.
Part of the test. Stick together.
Test? Is this where the puzzle section comes out now? Oh, I've seen that image somewhere. Oh, look at that. Nice sky. If that's the sky. Right, let's just figure out what's gonna be.
Seeker of cunning, show me your mind.
Remember, it's a trial. A test of your worth.
Excellent.
A mortally wounded man lies beneath a tree. Without help, he will die. Wild beasts close in, eager for a meal. Healers are nearby. They are unarmed and unaware of the wounded man or the beasts. You summon a flock of ravens for aid. What will the ravens do?
Ooh.
Make your choice at the totem.
Huh. What choice do I have? Drive the beasts away from the healers. Lead the healers to the wounded man. I'm going to drive the beast away with my ravens.
Interesting. You choose to eliminate the attacking beasts. The immediate danger is gone, and the healers are safe.
Oh, he died.
But they never find the wounded man. Their safety comes at the expense of his life. Is that what you intended?
No.
I have seen enough. The trial continues.
Alright, I fucked that up.
I feel like
Can I do it again? Can I have a do-over?
I didn't make the right choice.
There isn't a right choice, Commander. That's what the Raven Spirit is about. That's why we choose to follow it.
I see. Okay, fair enough. Maybe I was a bit hasty. I'll think harder in the next one. Actually, in real life, I'd probably do that. Like, I'd distract the wolves with birds. Or whatever else. Am I going the right way here? Nope, dead end. Okay, meantime, let's carry on here. Seducia says, personally, I think it's easier to stream on Mixer, since all you have to do is connect to your account. See, I've heard of Mixer. I think everybody's heard of Mixer now because of Ninja, right? I've not tried it yet. I've got too many accounts. Maybe around 50k or something when, you know, hopefully the channel grows some more, and then we'll see what happens next with that. But yeah, Mixer is a good shout. Kira says, R.I.P. Almora, yeah, RIP. And Akin chats, it's Traherne! There we go. What's his name? Pack Marshal Traherne or something like that? Yeah, so that's the OG pack leader. Well, we were known as the pack commander, but Traherne was above us until spoiler, he dies. He was a marshal, says Max. Max? Sorry if I get your name wrong. Oh, the fonts are too small. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. Kira says the leaf dude. Yeah, I know. That was rude of me. I apologize. Sorry, Traherne. Zadusha says, I'm still in the minority here, but even to this day, I still think it's pay to win to skip leveling a character. That is a not at all an unpopular opinion, believe it or not. There's a lot of people I know that has the same stance about skipping levels. To me, if you're playing the game for the first time, and this is a bit subjective, I would always advise and even be I'd be a real pushy asshole just making sure that you don't spend the money to skip. I would rather have my friends experience the journey once and learn a little bit about the combat and the world and the class, because that gives you more staying power than a boosted character. I have a friend, very early days, that boosted a character just to play with me, and within a month he sort of got bored because he didn't understand the story. He expected me to, tell him things, and for me, if you're a veteran of the game and you've got 5 characters and you want to boost a character, a 6th character, by all means, go ahead. But if you're a sort of a newish player, I wouldn't recommend it. Not necessarily for the pay-to-win aspects. I think you still need the skill and the veterancy and the experience to know what you're doing. So in a PvP situation, somebody who's experienced is, I think, 80% always going to beat you. Even though you may watch guides or videos, nothing beats experience with somebody who knows a class or mechanics inside out. So yeah, if you're new to a game, don't buy the boost. Play through it. Unless, of course, it's like EverQuest or something with 150 levels or whatever. It really depends. It's situational. It's subjective. I'm only, letting you know how I feel about it.
How much farther do we have?
Oh shit.
Javi?
What is that behind me? Where did everybody go? Do I really want to go in there? Okay, that's a bit spooky. I said I wanted a dark map, right? I'm getting it. Woo! Got out of the way just in time. Okay, I just got stabbed in the back. Now, I hope I'm going through the right way here. Stabbed again. Okay, I'm supposed to be following the light. Oh, the bird now. I'm coming. Wait for. Ooh, what was that? That was big. 3rd time, stabbed.
Why couldn't you save her?
I'm not listening to you, Jormag. Whisper all you want.
She died alone.
That's the 4th time I've got stabbed now.
Did you even try?
5th. I should rename my character to Stabby McStabbed. What is that, a giant? Yep. Ah, gotcha.
Seeker of wisdom. A fire spreads through Tyria's greatest library. Thousands of books turn to ash as the flames leap higher. A scholar cries, racked with turmoil. 2 books lie on opposite ends of the room. The first is a detailed record of Tyria's history before human arrival. There are no other copies. The second is a book of arcane spells that could turn the tide against the dragons. It is the only one of its kind. The scholar can only save 1 book. Which does she save?
So, I'm gonna pick the book on how to kill the dragons, obviously. So, my reason for that, I'm just explaining to you guys for fun, is that, books can be rewritten. With history and Tyria history, if the history of Tyria goes down in flames, if there's enough of us that survives whatever situation we're in, we're always going to recreate things. We're always going to, rewrite the things that happen. And is it going to be as accurate as the history that came before us? Probably not. There's going to be lots of things in the early years that's going to be forgotten. But screw it. That's the same thing that happens with us in real life. We don't know our history besides what science can tell us. But kill a dragon first, and then we worry about history later, because we will rewrite history anyway. And if we all die, then fuck history. Who's gonna read? There's gonna be nobody left to read history, so I'm gonna go with the book that killed dragons. Spell tone.
You value a winning hand over the knowledge of the ages. Does this truly free us, or will the cycle repeat? I'm beginning to get a feel for you, Seeker. The trial continues.
Please tell me, like, we get a special character title based on our choices, because that would be so cool. I'll bring a second character through and redo the choices again, just to see what the outcome is. I can't remember what game it was. It's an RPG game that had you made this sort of choices, and you never really knew what the consequence. Oh, it's Secret World. It's the Secret World MMO. When you play through the main stories, you make choices, very hard choices at the end. And at the end of the story, the main campaign, you get a pair of wings, colored wings, which also happens to be your ultimate weapon, your ultimate skill, sorry. And the impact of the skill, the benefits, and the color of the wings were all determined by these story choices. And I love that about the Secret World in terms of what they did with that ultimate ability. Because the choices mattered, and if you wanted a particular color, black wings or the blue wings, and either the healing skill or the mad DPS burn skill, then there's a certain path and story choices that you have to make.
All of us.
Okay, I've got one more thing left, and that's defying the Freyr. I'm not sure what that is. Ah, I'm losing health. What is this, a toxic
Sacrificed
shit?
for you.
Please don't die.
Rain sacrificed for you.
Okay, that's definitely not it now.
Be enough.
4,000 health. Can I make it? 3,000 health. It's a dead end.
Just make everything worse.
Ah, it's a dead end.
We can't trust you,
No,
can
no, no,
we?
no, 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 no.
Just give up.
Stop it!
Is my health gonna regen or not? Don't die. Hi, open up, please. No? No? Shit. Okay, I've got a feeling I missed something, and I'm definitely gonna die here. Are you gonna help me, Birdie? 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 Nope. Damn it. Where have I not been to? Okay, that's a dead end. Probably that side. Let's see. I think it's just gonna stay at 463. It would be absolute whack if I die now and have to start this instance all over again, because with Guild Wars 2 there's no checkpoint system. It's not like other MMOs. Actually, I can't recall any MMOs having that either, where you have to play through a story instance and then there's going to be like checkpoints. Sometimes with Guild Wars 2, especially in Path of Fire, toward the end of the expansion, there were story instances that took over 40 minutes to complete, and sometimes when you got to the 20-minute mark, you got DC'd, and you got to do the whole thing again, which really annoyed me. Okay, I think I'm going the wrong way here. I'm going to try this side. I don't think I've done that side yet. So meanwhile, while I'm running around looking for the Freyr, I will... Ah, I see a birdie. Check it in chat. Zanusha says, I meant actual gold sellers. ArenaNet will ban anyone that talks about them in chat or on the forums. Yikes. Like, for just mentioning gold sellers? That's a little harsh. Jared says, weird. They can run BD on a phone, but not on the Switch. Yeah, the Switch can run it. They just need... BD, like I said, BD Mobile, if that's the one, it's definitely going to run on the Switch. The Switch is... It's powerful, but I think not for the PC version, that's for sure. MMOs on it right now, like DC Universe Online, are all sort of old now. So that's why it's easy to just dumb it down graphic-wise and just put it on the Switch, but not for BDO. Okay, so I'm thinking that bird didn't really help much because I'm just coming back to the same area here. Mazidi says, how many dragon type like Kralkatoric? I believe... Oh, I hope there's... if there's any Guild Wars 2 lore masters in the chat, help me out here, because my brain is not working. I want to say 5 Elder Dragons. There could be more. There is Zaitan, Kralkatoric, Modromoth, Jormag, and each of these are different, by the way. So Modromoth is like the jungle leaf type dragon. Zaitan is the, I want to say, death, brings dead things to life. Kralkatoric was the crystal dragon, of course, and we did that last season. Jormag's the ice one that we're facing now. There's a sea dragon, which I do not know the name of, and that could be a future boss. Is there a fire one? There must be another one. There's 2 more that I know. Oh. Yeah. Gotcha. So I've just got into a bubble, and I'm going to go through this thing. How did I not see that before? See, that frustrates me, because I remember going right up to that thing and nothing popped out. Oh, look.
Should be coming up on the last one.
You're back.
Commander, you okay?
Where were you?
Yeah, they kind of just
We've been
ditched
here
me.
the whole time. You went quiet for a while.
This place is...
I
Okay,
know,
that's spooky.
but we're almost done.
I went quiet for a while, so like they were following me the whole time, and I couldn't hear them. Yeah, I want Jormag to mess with me. I have not... See, you know, while I do like fighting the Elder Dragons, my battle with Balthazar in Path of Fire was one of the memorable ones because he really got in my head. And, spoiler, Balthazar kills you. Like, the dude literally kills you, and you come back. And it became very personal. With the earlier dragons, you are involved as the main character in the game, but your nemesis is always, you know, skirting around you, hurting people around you. You guys are not having a direct, like, face-off kind of battle. It's not that personal. Even Modromoth, who ends up killing it, I think, together as a group in the Dragon Stand, sort of meta, and then he kills himself, which is a big cop-out, just poking himself in the tree with that lady screaming, "We got it!" You know, it just felt like you just didn't get that glory. So I want Jormag to really come at me with this one.
Victims. Both the old queen and the young prince have fallen ill. The queen is benevolent and wise, and she has ruled fairly for decades, but her age is showing. The prince is her only child. He's very young and prone to petulance. If one dies, the other will make a full recovery. You must guide one of their souls to the afterlife. Choose.
Oh shit, it's not getting easier, is it? Okay, I'm gonna read that out again because I missed the early parts. A plague sweeps the capital city, claiming countless victims. Both the old queen and the young prince have gotten ill. The queen is benevolent and wise, and she has ruled fairly for decades, but her age is showing. The prince is her only child. He's very young and prone to petulance. If one dies, the... Well, logic dictates... I mean, if I were to do this, if I was, like, the queen's advisor or whatever, you know, the queen goes, the son, he's going to be king. We as the advisors are going to teach him the ways of how to rule and learn from his mother. Of course, he can be corrupted. I'm going to save the prince, I suppose. I'll guide the old queen to the afterlife.
You would gamble with the fate of a kingdom to preserve a young life. A child becomes king before he is ready.
Don't you know anything about history? We've had kid kings
May be taken advantage
before.
of. People will suffer. Was saving his life worth the cost?
Yes.
You have shown me who you are. Your trial is complete.
Again, a kid can be molded to be, you know, the perfect ruler or successor as long as there's people around him that is able to support him in that sort of way. You know, if the queen's already old, right? So we don't know if she can have another kid. We don't know where their dad is. We don't know if there's going to be another prince or princess. I made the right choice. I'm okay with that one. I won't lose sleep over that choice. Okay, we're getting closer to Freyr now. I still don't know what that is.
Obstacles in your way, Dragon Killer. But we underestimated you.
Okay, I guess that's him. What is he, a giant?
Eyes are opened. We watch. We don't repeat mistakes.
Bring it on. Giant or a wolf? Sounds like a wolf.
If this is the inner sanctum, where are the Raven Shrines? Where are the attendants? Commander, the ice pillars. They're trapped. We need to break them.
Oh? Oh, achievement. Find the Freyr within 5 seconds. What?
I've been called to something
Before he obscures himself.
And it begins with you.
Okay, he's like a... Alright, I know what it... Okay.
Stay with us. Embrace the new dawn. Keep out of his way.
Okay, as soon as he gets into one of these ice cones, I need to track him with my...
He's creating a blizzard.
Okay, he's in this one. I think he's in this one.
It should stop the incantation.
Where? What? Knock him down? I'm pretty sure he's in this one. I just don't know how to... if I'm making any attacks. Oh, I see. Is that what I need to do? I need to get the red dot right on the thing.
Go ahead. Hit me.
Okay, I'm actually clueless in this one. Do I have to stand in that? I have no idea. Am I missing a special skill for this? These ice things don't have... It doesn't seem like they've got health. And the blizzard's making it hard for me to see anything. One of these must be damageable, I think. Hang on, that looks like something over there. Bastard! Hide and seek. Yeah, I think I got it now. He's gonna hide behind the crystals, not in the crystals. What? Cheeky bugger. He's making me run all over the place now. Ah, I just wasted the AP. If I'd known coming into that.
Raven, take my wings. I won't let him corrupt your power.
5.
You fought so hard, but your long day has ended. It's time to sleep beneath the stars.
Shit. Okay, I will not fall for that trick a third time. So he feigns kind of like twice.
Go ahead. Hit me.
Yes! The night draws closer! Dragon's era begins.
Shit. Res, please. Really? Oh, thanks, Bram. Hiding behind these ice spears doesn't actually do anything. I thought they would like block the wave incoming, but it doesn't. Is this where I gotta find his sparkly vampire-y ass? You've been playing for 2 hours. Thank you, ArenaNet. I am well aware of that. Ah, yep, there he is. So the achievement was to find him within 5 seconds after he hides himself. So that's gonna be a tough one. I'm probably gonna do that with my warrior when I get the chance. I think warriors are pretty fast in combat, closing the distance, as opposed to my guardian. So, yeah, I'm gonna come back and do this. Die!
It's really over. The attacks, the disappearances.
You can start to rebuild.
I know the Sons of Svanir won't leave without a fight, but now we can... No.
You still hear it too, don't you?
Creepy. Oh.
Champion, it's time I treat you with the respect you deserve. Speak face to face.
That voice.
The air is thick with change. I feel it, even as I dream beneath the ice.
Jormag.
You fear me as you feared 𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒊𝒍. That is natural. But ice fortifies. Ice protects. All this war, all this pain, Aurene wants to end it. And I can help her. I want to help her. Terrible things lurk just beyond the horizon. But you can bring eternal peace to our world. In time, you'll realize you made me. And when you do, I'll be waiting.
Cool, but where am I in the cutscene? Where am I? That's odd for Arena to keep me out of that.
From Almora, Jormag was using...
Oh, spirits.
What now?
We help the Vigil get back on their feet. For now, we stay in the marches.
Stay? What about Bangar? It's clear Jormag's already gotten to him. Who do you think convinced him he could have his own Elder Dragon?
Don't make excuses for him.
We still need a way through the mountains. You and Redlock, scout for a path.
We can do that.
I'll head back to the keep. There may not be many of us left, but we'll rebuild. We owe it to them. To Almora.
Commander, about what Jormag said. We're not gonna take it seriously, right?
Right.
Okay, that's an interesting twist there. Oh no! Oh, it's the end. It's the end of the episode. Silence. Yeah, there's only 4 chapters. That's the end of episode 1, and it ends on a cliffhanger, you guys. It's over. That's interesting. Okay, Jormag consumes spirits, and he was using Almora's voice to talk to us. I guess I don't know, what do you want to call it? Soul harvester, spirit harvester. That entire skit that he did there was pretty freaky. His words are interesting though, because he's not like, you know, a clear cookie cutter type villain. I'm gonna destroy Tyria kind of thing. He's like, I'm powerful. I'm building this army, but you need me, and I'm here to protect you. I'm all about ice, and ice protects. This is where I think ArenaNet's trying to mess with us a little bit. Is Jormag the villain here, or is there something else at play? Because I'm thinking, we were talking about Elder Dragons earlier, and I'm thinking if Jormag knows that the other Elder Dragon somewhere is either still alive, or there's another villain at play, and then we're going to have to side with one bad guy to get rid of the other. I don't think Guild Wars 2's done that yet. That where they pull that sort of twist, where they build up Jormag as the baddie in this one, but we have to work with him to take down something else. That could be cool. I don't know, but it's still like inexcusable what he's done here, especially to our friends and things like that. But yeah, from a story perspective, I was actually not expecting to meet Jormag in this episode. I thought they were going to drag it out a little bit more, episode 1, 2, and then, you know, Jormag much later on. But if we're getting Jormag now this early, I think there's something larger at play that could be a twist or something like that. So, yeah. Excelente. Let's go on out and let's check in on chat. Sorry guys, I know that entire story section took up a lot of time. I didn't get to check chat. I can't even talk to my companions. That's odd. Usually they'd have something to say. Well, I guess there's nothing to say. Let's get on out. I'll just do it the manual way. Whew! And we're done. Alright, let's check it in chat. In the meantime, let me know what you guys think of it so far. Those of you that have watched the entire stream for the playthrough. Even if you don't play Guild Wars 2, what do you think of the story in that one? Now I'm wondering where the dude's bow is. Jared says, yeah, Bram's bow is still with Ritlock and Crescia's son, who's with Bangar, and we did not hear a thing. We didn't see Bangar at all in this episode, so next one probably. We got Audie in chat, says, hey Adrian, hey stream, hey Audie, sorry if I'm getting to your chat late. He says, quick question, I want to give Guild Wars 2 another try, but really would want to give Necromancer a try. Which weapon build would I have to use for a ranged build? Necromancer range. Now, I play a Necromancer, but I'm one of those people that only rolled a Necromancer because it was sort of world versus world meta for a while, especially with the Scourge. So I only have a Scourge build, which is a staff, and it is range somewhat, but it's very PvP focused. Sorry, Audie. Hopefully somebody in chat can help you out. But there's a couple of good websites that I use that has a bunch of these awesome builds. I kind of forgot the name already. I think Guild Wars 2 Meta or something like that. Meta builds. You should find something in there, and usually the top rated builds are really good for the content you want to run, PvE or PvP, so you won't be too disappointed in some of the builds that you find there. Jared says Guild Wars 2. Oh, damn it, why does this keep happening? Damn it. Hang on, chat. Catching up. Definitely piquing my interest because I still have my original account when I bought it and first came out on SWTOR. Yeah, it's free to play now. Jumping back in again. If you jump back in especially when an episode has just launched, you get that episode for free anyway. So even if you haven't logged in for a long time, I'd still encourage you to just log in, collect a daily prize or something like that, and put it in the bank. So the next time when you come back, you have a longer stream of content to play through. Like last year when I was catching up to the content, I had to do season 2, 3, and then Path of Fire back to back. That was a month and a half process, and I was wondering to myself, oh, this is so sluggish, and I was complaining about it. And until you get to the current content, and then you realize how short some of these episodes are, you actually start to do this thing where you would just log in for a couple of episodes every couple of quarters or whatever, save them up, and then do them back to back, because it makes it feel like you're doing an expansion that way. I know it's a weird thing, but some people do that. I don't. My biggest fear about saving episodes to do them back to back is that I need to be playing when a large chunk of the population is playing, because if you know Guild Wars 2, there are plenty of sections that requires meta event completions, world events, that kind of thing, world boss kills, and as soon as you come into a map late, like plenty of the season 3, season 4 maps, and if you're I'm talking like a year, 2 years late, especially on the standalone maps, not the expansion maps, then it's very hard to catch up and get the things you want, and it becomes a longer grind. Thankfully, they've sort of reduced some of that stuff. Like the Sky Scale collection thing. I'm gonna do map completion real quick, you guys. I only need 2 more. Alright, that's just Jormag messing with me. 2 more vistas. Let's see if I have them anywhere on the map. Vista. Nope. So I guess let's go and check out the strike mission, huh? Let's go. I'm probably gonna get killed a lot. Who cares? Let's see if we can get that on stream. Alright, let's move on with the chat. Audie says, tried staff years ago, but I only had AoE attacks, which was a bit bland. Yeah, I hear ya. For Necro, the staff, and if you're running Scourge, it's all about dots. Sorry, it's all about dots. And in a world versus world situation, when you've got Zergs running around, and if the commander plays it right, and you guys are at a choke point, Necros absolutely melts in large numbers. But if you're playing solo for PvE, I wouldn't even run Scourge, to be honest with you. Okay, next up. Momagil message deleted by Streamlabs. Ugh. Sorry, Momagil, I'm not sure what the message was. I'm not sure why it was deleting it. Jared says either BDO Crimson Desert can deal with the grind content on the Switch because I can do off playing and not feeling pressure to monetize. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing about the Switch is that you play it whenever you want, and it's easier to put down and pick up because it's that portable. It's not like the PC where you got to sit, and in one session, which could last 2 hours, 3 hours, you go through the content, so that's why I think MMOs on the Switch will be pretty popular. It is pretty popular because you can take it wherever you want. You can play different areas of the house in places where you previously couldn't take your MMO adventures with you. So yeah, I see where you're coming from. Mazidi says EverQuest has 150 levels. Yeah, Mazidi, I just pulled that one out of my butt. I don't know the exact level cap of EverQuest, but the point I was trying to make is that there are plenty of other MMOs out there that are over the 150 level cap. There are some MMOs in the East with over 200 levels even, and in those games, if you're jumping into it now, there's always going to be that urge of, oh my god, can I even catch up to this? And, these days, MMOs, like look at World of Warcraft for example, Shadowlands, the expansion coming out next year, they're squishing levels. I thought World of Warcraft was going to keep going up because it's just a thing, right? And then when they decided they were going to take it back down to 60 again, I'm like, that's actually interesting for WoW to do, because let's not kid ourselves here. Scandal and whatever else surrounding Blizzard, they are arguably the most well-known MMORPG in the world. So when they take a stance on something like that, a lot of MMOs are going to look at that and go, maybe that's clever, because it doesn't deter new players from looking at an MMO and saying, holy shit, 160 levels, I can't do it. And in the modern era today, where even 50 levels sounds like a huge investment, and people would rather go play a battle royale or a quick Counter-Strike game or something like that, MMOs need to constantly find new ways to get people to fresh people, new players to check it out. And I think one way to do that is level squishing. At first I was against the idea, because if you already had a character at the max level, say at 120 for example, 130, 140, and then you're going to go back down to 60, some of your accomplishments you kind of feel like they're taking it away from me. But in the grand scheme of things, the bigger picture, it's going to do a whole lot of good for, I think, the population of the MMOs, especially for newcomers coming in. So, yeah. Okay, next up, Kira says, Adrian, don't worry about picking a right choice. They will turn out terrible. Yeah, I mean, as soon as who was it? Marjorie said something like, yeah, it's just for show. I'm like, okay, cool. I was kind of hoping, though, that, you'd get, like, a cool title or something based on your choices. I think that would be pretty fun. But I do like that sort of mechanics when they add that into MMOs. Zanusha says, history is written by the victors most of the time, so it's prone to being wrong or portrayed certain people, factions, better than they really are. That's why it's best to read both sides. Agreed. And in that case, you couldn't save 2 books. But I don't know about you guys. I would prefer to, you know, be the victor and then decide what history. I mean, that's human nature. We can't change that, I think, and we can be as diplomatic as we want with the losing side as well to accurately state what went down, but it's just not gonna happen. So yeah. Jared says, if you remember Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings, history is always important. Agreed, and that's why we have bards, right? Matt in chat. Hey, Matt says, what's your favorite MMO? Fave MMO? I have, well, it's a hard one. I have maybe 4 or 5 that I play constantly in rotation. And, you know, just by taking a look at my channel, you'll usually see them. It's Elder Scrolls Online, which I'm a big fan of. Guild Wars 2, obviously. World of Warcraft. What's the other one? Final Fantasy 14. These are the games that I play more than most, and then everything else around me is depending on whether I have the time or not. I'm still subbed to Star Wars: The Old Republic. I occasionally jump in to most of the games that I cover, really, because I gotta be on my toes. I gotta know what I'm talking about, so I try and jump in as many as I can. But yeah, the core 4 probably won't change for unless something comes and blows me away, but it's always going to be ESO, Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14. I jump around these 4 a lot. What's your favorite, Matt? Jared in chat says, oh yeah, did you watch Funcom's annual year reporting? They gave some tidbits on the Dune MMO. I did not, unfortunately. I'm a little upset with Funcom. I don't know if I want to talk about it on stream. Anyway, I'm going to jump into this one real quick. Weekly strike mission, Voice of the Fallen, which is a squad. And I just realized that I jumped in the squad mission without a squad. So I'm going to turn around and get out again. Usually there's going to be 2 options, like in the prologue. You get a public thing where you enter in sort of like my matchmaking. I can't remember. I remember there's 2 options that they gave you. So let's see. Let's do that again. There we go. Public. So that's the one where you go in and there should be some people hanging about, and if we have enough, maybe 8. I don't even know what the max was. The first time I did the strike mission back in the prologue, it was 5 of... Oh, that's a lot of people. Let's do it. Okay, let me just turn on name tags because I want to see names. Will I need these things? Because I don't think I can pick them up. So yeah, I have a feeling I'm really gonna be the one to kill everybody in here. I'm not sure what masteries I need to unlock in order to be successful in the strike mission. Somebody's already started it, so what the hell, right? I guess we'll just do it. Oh, yeah, I can go heals. I can go heals. What's my hotkey? I had my build template thing and I totally forgot about it. I need to check my hotkeys. Let's do this. Actually, I'm going to try DPS first, just in case. The party has been locked. No new players will be able to join. Okay, let's do this. Let's go! Everybody!
All will be preserved, dreamer.
Refreshing.
Now.
Armored up.
We gotta keep them separated.
Hurts, doesn't it?
I think that's what's going on. You keep them separated and burn them down? I don't know. I'm looking at well, they're not exactly in a party, they're just public.
I'm neither here.
So if no one's talking in map chat, then
Guide the arrows, my claw.
we got a problem. I'm guessing don't get hit, don't fall down. Public difficulty probably won't be that hard. Ooh, what am I doing? No suicide. Oh no! Claw of the Fallen. There. Can I pick that one up? Nope.
You're seeing.
Urge to kill rising. Refreshing.
The dragon steadies our hand.
gold rewards disappear in 2 minutes. I totally forgot about that. So yeah, the strike boss missions have a timer, and if you want to get the best loot and stuff, then you totally want to kill them as quick as possible. And considering this is my first time, I'm probably not going to be bothered about gold loot. Although I will want silver, though. I think 3 minutes is doable, I think.
Still rising.
Where did voice go? Other side. Ouch. Oh, snap. It's doing the crap. Oh, thank you. Okay, one of them binds.
I'm neither here nor there.
Rest. You will not escape us.
Still standing. Barely.
Up. I'm definitely not making gold.
I chose you.
Go ahead. Hit.
Something tells me we want to burn them down at the same time. Maybe for a hidden achievement. I mean, I've only done too many MMOs in my time to know that when they're like twin-type bosses, there's always going to be some hidden achievement. You can take them down at the same time within 10 seconds of each other or something like that. Like, I can't name you the MMOs, but I jumped into Destiny 2 recently, and I've been having a ton of fun in Destiny, and then one of the daily strikes, or one of the whatever you call those dungeon runs, had that dual boss thingy, and I thought, you know what, maybe let's kill them within 10 seconds of each other, and sure enough, there was a title.
Go ahead. Hit me.
Okay, I see the group heading over that way, and I'm going to do the same.
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
History is mine.
Hang in there, chat. Almost done. 1 minute for silver rewards. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting it. And this is a weekly too, so everybody in here, we're going to be locked out until the next week.
Go ahead.
You guys may not be a fan of weekly locked content, but I can appreciate it if the loot is good. And maybe you want to do this for maybe the new upgradable weapon collection, which could drop from here. I don't know, guys. Again, if you're just joining the stream or you came in halfway, I'm playing the episode for the first time, so I'm jumping in blind. I don't know anything about the post-episode progression. Oh, did they do some kung fu there? Oh my god. Hang on, guys.
I chose you.
Yeah, Pretty wants to focus on the claw. 20 seconds. No silver rewards.
Go ahead.
Die.
To kill rising.
I chose you. Guide the arrows, my claw.
Not enough energy.
Compact is swift. You see.
We've lost the loot. I'm sure we'll get something, but just not in a large quantity. Okay, I think there are 10-10. 10-10, I'll take this one. We'll get voice.
Knowledge is power.
5%. 4. Try and drag him.
Strong. Go ahead. Hit.
1%. Okay, let's move to claw. 2%. Ah! No!
That's...
Hey! There we go. Achievement for that. And... oh no! No! I don't have resilience. That'll teach me. I'll come back next week. Or in another character or something. And by that time I should have all I need in terms of essence. But hey, at least I got to show it off on stream though. That's what these strikes kind of look like. You can totally do it in a public group as long as there's the numbers for it. And yeah, I'm not sure what exactly will be in those chests. So I'll have to go and research that, but that's what strike missions are. Alright, back to the chat. Six Elder Dragons, there we go. Yep, that's exactly it. Zaitan, Koralk, Montermoth, Primordius. That's the name that I forgot. Jormag, Bubbles the Sea Dragon. I like the name you gave him, Bubbles. But I'll tell you what, we'll call him Bubbles from now on because that is so funny. He is, after all, a sea dragon, and we don't know when he's gonna show up. And who else said that? Aurene too. Yeah, I guess you consider. Yeah, she's an elder dragon. All right, now I'm just gonna run around and do some of these events for the experience, level up my mastery, and I also get to talk to you guys and just catch up and chat. Anonymous says, "Why does your character look like a bad cartoon program?" Probably just the aesthetics of Guild Wars 2. It's a I don't know how to describe it, but probably it's oh damn it. It's got this Asian aesthetic to it somewhat, but it's very much a Western MMO. I think that's how I would describe it. And you know, so somebody once told me you'll notice the NC-Soft influence in Guild Wars 2 aesthetically, and I wouldn't argue with that. So yeah, a little bit of cartoon, I would agree. Oh shit, yeah. That's right, we only have one checkpoint. Well, there's another event there. Let me see if I can skim through the comments and catch up real quick. Regsima says you need to find the sparkly blue cloud. We're talking about the boss fight earlier, right? Yeah, that's where the boss is. Yeah, thanks guys for the tip. I should have glanced over to the chat. Zanisha says, if this was a raid and I was a healer, I would just stop healing Adrian at this point. He walked in too many red circles. I know, right? I mean, it's a good thing that I'm playing solo and I'm streaming too. When I'm streaming, I'm talking a lot because, you know, I'm not really a very entertaining streamer, I guess. So, and I'm always thinking of what I'm about to say, so I'm not really focused on the fight. But in a situation where it calls for it, like for me to effectively perform properly in a boss fight, I would have to be silent or angry. And there's been a few times in stream where, you know, I talk too much, I mess up the fight, that I just go quiet for like 5 minutes and get the fight done. And I don't like that, especially on a stream, because that's a side that I don't want to show people. I just want to keep that, you know, to myself, because you get pissed at yourself for not doing the right rotations and things like that, especially on stream. And it's a hard thing to juggle, streaming and at the same time doing a boss fight, but I also like that, you know. I don't know how to explain it, but you guys should try it. You guys should try like raiding and streaming at the same time and talking to an audience, because it's a real multitasking challenge, I tell you. A fun one. We got Nike in chat, says for 2 months of production, it's not a bad chapter. And he also says, hello, Adrian. Hello, Nike. 2 months of production. I think it's been cooking in our internet for quite some time. I want to soak everything in. This is just my first blind playthrough. I still don't know the meta collection. I don't know what the big meta is, actually. I don't know if it was the boss fight in the jungle or something. Firebomb? Yep, that is a firebomb. So, help prepare Jor's Keep for Icebrood attack. This could be the meta, for all I know. Storms of Winter, Blizzard is approaching, Jor's Keep. So we're building fortifications around the keep. There's so much to see before I actually have an opinion whether this was worth the wait or not. But considering a Guild Wars 2's free updates, then hey. MoMaGill says, to be honest, for me, it was the best in the patch besides the strikes. The other fights were pretty boring. Are you talking about this week's strike fight? Yeah, I know there's 3 strike bosses. That was one of them. And I don't know what the other 2 are, but I like it. It's cool. Again, we don't really see too much of Guild Wars 2 putting sort of very dungeon-esque raid-type fights on the landscape for even casual players to jump in and do without having to go through, and I would call this some minimal trouble to find a group or to rely on other players, just join a public one, and you can work towards completion as long as you know what you're doing. So I like that. It's almost encouraging people to take a look at raids and like, oh, I got a taste for like these boss fights now with all these mechanics. Maybe now I can start raiding. And I think that's what Guild Wars 2 needs. I want to see more people get involved in the end game, even though that is an area where I would say Guild Wars 2 has been disappointing for some people. Oh no, here comes the blizzard again. Are we under attack then? So I guess what happens is when the keep is under attack, blizzard hits the area, and I guess we gotta go to that raid. I have to go to the barrier shrine, and I did unlock that mastery, so let's see what it does. There we go. So that's what we're gonna do to get rid of the blizzard. Ah, I've also hit the XP threshold, so now I can pick up the damn essence. I totally wasted that going into the strike. Let's see if I can do it in combat. Ah, I can't. Where are you going? Back here. Okay, he's dead. It's pretty hectic. I wonder how long these things last for. 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute event. I'm going to be defending the fort or keep for 10 minutes. And I hope we get some like really big buggers coming at us, like the jungle guy. I forgot that, the bone ripper or something like that. Okay, I'm going to get out of combat for a sec here because I really want to spend... There we go. Yes, Essence of Resilience Tier 1, so that means now I can start picking up those things, the essences that enemies drop, and I can open chests that are surrounded by resilience barriers, I suppose. There we go. Now let's get on that one. Tier 2, what does Tier 2 do? 8,000 damage, might 8 seconds, turn to damage, power, launch, number targets, so the unblockable. Okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you. Alright guys, I'm gonna be that one crappy person who's not contributing all that much. I'm just gonna stand back here or hide behind this thing and talk to you guys some more. Kira says, but the cutscene was good. Oh, I like that cutscene, the whole creeping thing. I like the way they did that. And in general, we were seeing a lot more cutscenes come into play. I think every season now, or every episode in the last maybe 4 or 5, we've had some sort of a revelation cutscene. The one that really stood out for me was Palawa Joko, when we and Bram went into his fortress and we took him on, of course, and at the very end we beat him, or well, Aureen did, because she ate him. That entire sequence of cutscenes was probably my favorite in the last couple of years for Guild Wars 2, because it really showed me that okay, they're serious about the storytelling in a way, and it also reminded me of a point that I brought up, which was in that scene, Palawa Joko, he was talking to you, you were in the cutscene. In the last one, yeah, I'm a bit upset that the character, wasn't in it, because it didn't feel personal at all. But at the same time, this is a story about what's happening, or what happened with Almora, and you've got all these characters here involved as well. So I'm gonna let it pass. But it's just a little bitter that I'm not in the cutscene because, I want to be spoiled. I'm the main character. I'd like to see myself in more cutscenes. The Aurene Ascension one at the end of last season 2, where, you know, she showed us her flying in the sky and everybody's there and your characters to focus. That was awesome. Probably my favorite moment as well from season 4. I have that as a GIF file somewhere. Oh yeah, I meant to make a wallpaper with that in Wallpaper Engine. That Aurene moment, because it was so good.
Go ahead. Hit.
Taking damage. Let's close this portal, which is a part of this event, from what I see. Yeah, it is. Okay, checking into chat some more. Mighty Orden says the fight is actually good. It's not kind of DPS the boss and we're done. Yeah, I like it because, you know, he's got phases and he feigns you and all that stuff. Like, I had to pay attention just to figure out what he was doing. It would have been boring, of course, if it was just tank and spank. Kira says, I probably got my expectations too high by playing raids in the past. The boss fight design there is clean and actually fun to play with. Zanushu says, amateur mixologist 95%. Seems like you need to get that 100% to continue. Oh yeah, my achievements. So I had that there because in the back of my head, see, I'm the type of player when, you know, if I start feeling bored about something, like in Guild Wars 2, I put like the closest achievement I have to completion right at the top there, tracked. So when I look at it, I'm like, oh, there's a few more AP, I'll go do it. Unfortunately, with that one, it wasn't as effective. So I look at it and I don't even care. Like, the entire time tonight, I did not even notice that. I've already completed the prologue meta achievement, which was for the microphone, was it? I can't remember. Let's find out. No, it's for the rock out emote, so I already did that, and that's kind of why I'm not really in a rush to complete the achievements. As long as I finish the overarching one, then I couldn't care less about stuff. Like, me and achievement points, I know there's no way I'm gonna hit 20,000, 30,000. I gave up as soon as I did some research into it because I missed Season 1, and Season 1, for those that don't know, you cannot play it anymore. It's not like Season 2 and 3 and 4 where you can replay it. Season 1's gone, and within Season 1 itself, there was a ton of AP that, you know, new players will never be able to get now. So there's no point trying to, as a new player that only joined after 2016, to me AP doesn't mean anything. Sure, it's good bragging rights against guildmates or friends or whatever, but I actually don't care. Unless, of course, those reward boxes, kind of like, yeah, so every AP sort of milestone, 1,000, 500 to 12,000, whatever, you get some bonuses. I know the skins are pretty valuable, but I'm pretty happy with my skins so far. Speaking of skins, hey, you know what? I just remembered. Okay, so those of you that play Guild Wars 2, now because this isn't Twitch, I can't really DM you or message you guys directly, but I've got a couple of Aurene outfits that I'm going to post in the chat right now. So first come, first serve. I'm sorry it had to be this way, but you basically want to paste this in the store to claim a code. Now these codes are for Aurene t-shirts. If you have one, then kindly just ignore it and let somebody in chat who doesn't have it claim it. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm just going to post a couple of codes there, and if you're quick enough, get some Aurene t-shirts from you. You can thank me later. They're basically an outfit onesie that you can wear, and you can't really dye them. Now the thing is, I've had this for quite some time. I don't know if they still work. Whoever claims them, give it a shot. Let me know if you got the tea or not. Oh no, I'm being frozen. Let me get out of that. Back to the bubble. So if I hit 20 stacks of that, I'm pretty sure I'd be dead. Okay, now back to the chat. I'm almost done catching up. Jared says, epic chapter, content and story arc looking super promising. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how everything wraps up at the end. Again, I have a feeling Jormag really means it when he says, you know, you're going to need us in the end. And my personal sort of wish is to see Elder Dragon versus something else. So Jormag is going to team up with us to fight something else that we haven't seen before. I don't want it to be Bubbles, so we've already seen the Elder Dragon versus Elder Dragon last season, which was Aurene and Kralka, right? Grandfather, granddaughter mechanic. So I'm hoping for something else. A new big baddie. We've already had God, we've already done Balthazar. And guys, I just want to say, this is crazy right now. This is the longest sort of fighting that I can remember doing in front of a keep for some reason. What, 10 minutes, right? Maybe it's because I'm taking a lot of breaks. But if I wasn't taking breaks, it still feels long. It's like I've been doing this forever now. Let's see if we actually get to pull out a big boss out of this event. Let's go back and grab that. Player down, let's pick him up. Pick this up. 2 minutes to go. We got Wild Relic Productions in chat. Hey, Wild Relic says, I want to get back into Guild Wars 2, but I don't know where to start, as I have a couple of level 80s and the newest expansion, but I don't know where to begin. Ooh. Well, I think you'll be fine, Wild Relic. The thing about Guild Wars 2, you'll definitely know where you stopped as soon as you log back in. And it's key that you log back in, too, because you will get like the new episode for free and everything. You just go to your hero panel, and then you go under story, and you can just go through the manual to see which ones you've done or where you stopped. And usually if you're on something, it's going to show that you could either continue or replay it. And it's going to be easy to pick up where you left off. And because Guild Wars 2 is not one of those games where you have regional questing and you want to progress each zone, finish all the quests, it doesn't have that, right? You have world completion, which is not required. So it's just picking up the story, and then everything else can come after. I'd say give it an hour, and then you'll slowly start feeling your way back in again. And feel free to go to like Larian's Arch and ask map chat or something like that. Momo Guild says, it was probably a glitch. I did not post anything that time. Oh yeah, the Streamlets thing, yeah. I had to undo that because I saw a couple of messages got hit, and I thought it was spam or something. Zenusha says, just go down the list of storylines is what I'd say. Start from the beginning. Oh, yeah. Good advice. Kira says, start with getting mounts in Path of Fire. That's another good one. I think that's a good place to start. If you are caught up till Path of Fire, then just go ahead and start Path of Fire. Or what I'd suggest is at least get progress Path of Fire until you get the Raptor, maybe? And that way, you know, it's an easy enough mount to get that you can go back and complete some of the Living World seasons episodes before that and make things go faster with the Raptor. I think the Raptor, you'll get it right after the first chapter or a couple of chapters in Path of Fire. As soon as you... Oh, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it comes very, very fast, the Raptor. And done. Defend the Raven Shrine. This was a 10-minute battle. Well, in truth, I only did maybe 4 minutes of it because I stopped and talked a lot, but the people on the EU server did most of the work. And it appears there's more stuff dropping down from the sky. I think this is it. Oh, I hope we get like a mini dragon fight or something. That was a great surprise for me. I think it was... Oh, it's the episode where we got the second Shatterer. You guys know what I'm talking about? The episode where we go to Sun's Refuge. I forgot what's the name of that episode, but that was a great surprise because there was speculation about there being another Shatterer, like a lieutenant of Kralka being the world boss. So I got excited because I love the Shatterer. I did it to death. When I first started Guild Wars 2, I did Shatterer more than Tequatl, which was a mistake, obviously. People prefer Tequatl simply because of the chance to get rare drops, precursors, sended boxes, but I didn't know better, so I did a lot of Shatterer, and I've got good memories of it. So, yeah. I like seeing Dragon World bosses, and I hope we get more of that. Although it could be boring for some people because, you know, Guild Wars do Dragon, but I like it. So that's just one ice shard. How many more do we got? And my FPS is definitely taking a hit now with all this snow on screen. Gotta go back to the Raven Barrier. Onward! Hey, check in chat. Madari says, what is this code? That is a code for the Oreen Ascension outfit. It's the one I've got on right now, blue shirt. Yeah. And I hope it works. If somebody's already claimed it, do let us know in chat if it actually works. Because I need to let those codes go before they expire. Ah, Icebrood Construct. Bring it. So this is the meta then. Oh god, look at the FPS drop. Hello, sweet looking thingy. Now I regret turning on my nameplates. And I've got the Blizzard debuff. This is going to go well. Anchor the Icebrood Construct to nearby rocks using chains. Okay, that's going to be fun. Ah, I see it. Bring it down. Bring it down. I'm getting Oliphant memories from Lord of the Rings. Hang in there, buddy. I got you. Come on, people. Bring it down. I'm just going to stand up here and look at the carnage that's going on down there. That is a sweet sight. That is great. This is Guild Wars 2, ladies and gentlemen. When you want an MMO that brings open world, landscape content to life, in my humble opinion, nobody does it better, because whenever new episodes come out, these big meta events are truly worth participating in, because it brings people together without even trying. And when you take part in some of these things for the first time, they're really fun. You could feel like you're playing a single player game for most of the story, but when it comes to the map content like this, it's just so good. Bam! And that's worth one AP. Probably for yeah, I'm sure I've got to look at the achievements. So I see people heading somewhere. I wonder if because... Is there a chest? Or is there a next part to this event? I don't know. We have a commander up front. I'm just going to follow. I'm just going to tag along and see what they're doing. Clear skies. Raven has cleared all signs of the blizzard. Asgeir's legacy is now accessible. Ooh. So we had to complete the meta to access Asgeir's legacy, and I don't know what or where that is. In there? Okay, so I guess we're going in there to take down all those bosses one by one. Yep, more tags are popping. Now, my only concern is because I'm playing this for the first time today. I don't know if I'm missing anything. Like, should I have picked up an achievement from somebody or a collection from somebody before I start killing these things? Guess it doesn't matter now. Let's. I'm gonna stick with the commander here. That way, I'll learn like the rotation of which boss they prefer first or which one to kill first. Okay, I see. This is giving me bounty vibes.
You chose this. Your themes are showing.
Okay, I think I can afford to sneak a look at chat.
That feels good. I'll return you to dust. Refreshing.
Dara says, well, I want that too. Sad I'm late. Oh, I think I've got some more, but I'll check in a bit. Susha says, one of the codes might be active still. Nice. Bobby says, late to the party. How do you like this update? Hey, Bobby. I like it. So here's what I like so far. The feel of this episode. Dark. Spooky. I like the vibe of this new map. The events have been fun so far, especially when, it's active with lots of bosses. The strike mission was fun. Can't wait to see what the other two weeklies look like. The story is interesting. That's again, that's where I'm most interested in, to find out what's going to happen next to our characters and to the main, you know, antagonists, ourselves too. I still, I'm going to repeat what I said to the folks in chat earlier. I don't think Jormag is the real enemy this season. I think what he said to us in there about working together is something that's actually going to happen. Because now that I think about it, our response when Bram said we're not going to listen to Jormag was like, right. So there's a bit of hesitation there, because maybe we know that's just one way to get out of this mess. Now the only thing is we don't know what Bangar is up to on the other side, so until we sort of find out, we won't know. So yeah, pretty captivating stuff this episode. Now for me, all that's left is really to see what the collection is. Are those collectible weapons worth getting or not? I'm not going to do that stuff tonight. Probably check it out tomorrow. Have you finished it, Bobby? How do you like it? Wall Relic says, I only have the Raptor mount. What if I have skins for other mounts like the Starfall, but don't have the Rabbit mount? Oh, do not worry. Any skin that you unlock is just going to go into your... Oh gosh. So under your mount panel, right? As long as you have unlocked the skin, it's just going to stay there regardless if you have the mount or not. So let's say, what was your question? You have the Starfall but don't have the Rabbit mount. I assume you mean if you have the Starfall skin but you don't, for the Rabbit, but you don't have the Rabbit. You're still going to keep it until you unlock it, and then you'll get access to this panel where you get to, you know, pick your skin. It's always going to be there, and it's account wide, so you'll be fine. Ah, I'm right underneath, oh my gosh, where is it? No, it can't be that high. Oh, it's right there. I got fooled. I thought the mastery was right up on that tall thing up there. That would have sucked. No jumping puzzle this map. Is there, I know Kira said there was a light puzzle, which is interesting because I've not done, I can't remember anything about a light puzzle in previous episodes. I know there's platform puzzles in the past, like the one that we did with the dwarven thing. Don't I have resilience? Maybe I need to pick it up before I can open it. Oh well. Yeah, jumping puzzles. The prologue's gauntlet puzzle thingy was excellent. I love that. That's one that I actually could do without cheating at all. And I did it live on stream too, for those of you guys that remember it. I did the gauntlet live on stream, and I'm super proud of that because that's one jumping puzzle slash gauntlet thing that I actually am capable of finishing without having a Mesmer portal cheat me here and there. I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, Momigil says you keep the skin and you can use it when you get the mount. Yep, there you go. So again, Wild Relic, don't worry about coming back in. You're not gonna, it's gonna be easy to catch up where you guys left, you know, where you left off from. And for everybody else on stream or watching, if you have similar concerns about jumping back into Guild Wars 2, don't worry about it too much. You know, there's information everywhere. The community is helpful, of course, and if you got any questions, feel free to ask, you know, anybody in chat or myself. Okay, back to the keep we go. I'm going to open all my chests, and I'll probably call it a night in a couple of minutes, guys. It's just way past midnight here. So, Karidos, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Welcome aboard. Alright, guys, final thoughts about the episode. If you have any, share it in the comments right now. I'll read it out. And any questions you have about Guild Wars 2, MMORPGs, what am I working on videos for the channel next, or any of that stuff. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat right now. I'll read it out before I go. In the meantime, I'm gonna open up all my chests. I don't even know how many chests I got. I must have done like a crap ton of events the whole night tonight.
That looks valuable.
I think the most important thing is I stock up on the new currency, which is the Eternal Ice Shards. I gotta keep an eye on my experience too. Ah yes, you got dailies as well. I'm pretty sure dailies will reward you with more Eternal Ice Shards. Yes, it does.
Nice gear.
Daily Raven's Hero. More Ice Shards. Jesus, how much stuff did I do tonight? Well, that's good. At least my XP is now progressing really, really fast. Ooh, mini Almora Soulkeeper. What a great way to remember our fallen comrade. Sorry, spoiler for anybody just joining the stream, but we lost Almora tonight. May she rest in peace. She will always be favored by the Guild Wars 2 players in the community, I'm sure. Especially since, you know, the prologue, the rock concert had a song about her and everything. And now she's gone. Can you sell that mini? No. Let's see the preview. Well, at least now we get to take her around with us wherever we go.
That looks valuable.
And that's it. I'm out of chests. And my bags are full. Almost full. Yeah, I'm not the best at inventory management, as you guys can already see. Okay, guys. Final rounds in chat. Let's go. Zanusha says, during the beta, Mesmer portals transported you once you walked on it, but due to how Mesmers can put two Mesmer portals on top of each other, which would cause users trapped in it to crash, it was changed. See, I did not know that. That's a fun tidbit. Thanks for sharing that. That's actually good to... That's interesting to know. So now, I guess because of that, we have to click the F on the portals, huh? Which can get annoying. Like, I've seen Mesmers abuse that. They put a portal right on the chest at the end of a meta. Like, places where this happens a lot is in probably the Tangled Depths after the Chalk meta, when we all go into the cave with the loot. You know, Mesmers putting up portals on chests. And, you know, because if you don't have... if you got to press a certain button to open chests, which is usually F, I think. For me, it's bound to Fs, and F is also usually to portals, so... takes you right back out. Got annoying after a while, but, you know, it's a very rare case. Mesmers aren't really that abusive. In fact, I'd say 90% of the Mesmers in Guild Wars 2 are some of the best, most helpful people that you will meet. And same goes to Thieves now, because they can do their shadow portals as well. That can do probably the same thing. Bobby says, in a few words, love the update. Short story, but deep dive with achievements. Setting is gorgeous. I'm having a lot of fun crafting all the new weapons. Awesome. Thanks for bringing that up, Bobby, because I've not started on the crafting yet. I need to find out how do I start working on those. And hopefully I get to share my thoughts moving forward. But I've got a lot to do. I'm probably going to take a second or third character through the story again, so I can record the cutscenes and everything. Because this is my first playthrough, and I can't really use this footage for a review if I wanted to, because I've got the webcam and the chat and all there. This kind of looks not so professional, so I'm gonna have to do this again. And that's about it. It's good to see, you know, people coming back to do this. For those that have not played Guild Wars 2 before, this is your latest Living World episode. Living World simply means episodic content. It releases free of charge, and as long as you log in when the episode is active, which is, by the way, from now until whenever the next episode comes out, then you get to keep it in your account for free. But you also need the Path of Fire expansion in order to play the later episodes post the Path of Fire expansion. I've had fun tonight. I'm really liking this map. I think it's growing on me. I don't usually like snow maps all that much because it really hits on my computer's performance a little bit. But other than that, you know, I've had a blast. Story, again, is my favorite thing about Guild Wars 2, second only to, you know, open world events and probably world versus world, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we go with this. We lost a side character tonight, a big one, though, because Almora's been with us since the very beginning, with the vigil and everything, and I'm looking forward to see where that leads to. As for events, I think I've done maybe 50%. There must be areas of the map that I haven't been to yet where there's probably going to be sub-events that I'm not sure about. Did I get all the masteries? You've been playing for 3 hours. Thank you, Renette. I really should turn off that notification. I didn't need to know that. Yeah, so before we go, I'm just going to look at the achievements panel real quick. Let's just go and dive through the story content. Okay, Whisper in the Dark Mastery. It's going to give us a prized Bone Skinner skin for a back slot. We'll see how that looks. Ooh. Oh, this would look good on Norn, I suppose. Or Char even, maybe. I don't know. But that's what it looks like. Okay. And this one needs what? 20. That's okay. Like the past one needed like 50 or something. 54 achievements just to get that completion, but this one needs only 20 for tier 4, and that's good. That's not too bad, actually. What else? Master the Ancestral Forge. This is Urgent Vigil Letter. Finish a story, which I've done, and then go to Jor's Keep and talk to Enet. Oh, I'm not even going to pronounce that. Eimandradr. Eimandradr. Enet is how you'll be known from now on. Jor's Keep. She wants you to help crafting the ancient board. Okay, so there we go. So this starts. You gotta finish the Whisper in the Dark episode, means the entire story, and then you can begin crafting these weapons. I just wish I could preview them from the collection screen here, but it's a full set, you guys. Full set. That's gonna give you, contains the Raven Eye, Bone Skinner Tonic, and a 20 slot bag recipe, which is awesome. The next tier has Mastery Point. And then, so this is new. Like, I've not seen this vertical tier thing. Like, you usually find it in, this year Guild Wars 2 introduced community events where, the more bosses you kill or things like that, then you go down a tier and everybody gets rewards. It's community-wide. This is the first time I'm seeing it being, like, a achievement collection vertical thing. You also get Master of the Spirits title. So this is something I can get behind if it's decent enough. Like in the past, if there was a weapon collection, let's talk about the Dragon's Blood weapons. If you guys remember, Dragon's Blood weapons was a pain in the butt because you've got components to collect and you got to do the treasure rooms all over again for that complete set. But once you completed it, it only gave you a bunch of AP and that was it. You've got those skins. Woohoo! And most of us don't even use the stats on those weapons. I don't know what the stats are. If they let us choose our stats, I'm going to be impressed. 50 AP for the entire collection. And then you get all this bunch of stuff too. In the future, collections should be going this way. This is how collections should be done, because then... Ooh, hang on. There's Ascended stuff in here too. Double click to open. Contains Raven Spirit, Shadow that can be summoned, a Raven statue decoration, 24 slot bag, and a 32 slot bag recipe. Okay, I'm feeling you. Alright, that's cool. I'm happy about that. Now I feel like I really gotta chase that now. I think it's worth it for me to do the grind. Like, I couldn't be bothered with the Dragon's Blood weapons, but for this one, I may actually finish this one. Oh, look! Yep. It's all going vertical now. Any hidden ones? No hidden achievements yet. But, yeah, I don't actually know what the total AP is for this. Oh, this one. Ancient Weaponeer. Is this something similar? Oh. Okay, I guess this is like the tier 2 weapons, right? Well, there's something to work towards, folks. And with that, I guess I will be calling it a night. Anyway, let me just finish up and chat real quick. Jared says, totally epic stream. Great always to hear from you, and definitely check out the Funcom's and you're reporting little tidbits for Secret World and Dune MMO. Yeah, I would definitely be doing that. A little gutted that I didn't see that earlier because I would have inserted that into my weekend news drop. And by the way, for those of you that follow my channel, if you didn't know, I've already put out this weekend's news drop. It came out a day early because there wasn't a whole lot of MMO news this week. It's on my channel. Latest MMO news drop. We got Neverwinter, ESO. What else is in there? Not Albion, Legends of Aria, Fractured, which I'm going to be jumping into on Monday as well for the alpha. But yeah, thanks for the heads up, Jared. And Bobby says, deliver content, keep up the good work. I'll be watching. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that very much. Then she says, meh, I still wouldn't get to invest in Guild Wars 2 though. Their financial numbers are still too low for NCSoft's liking. Just keep that in mind when playing. Oh, that's always going to be at the back of, I think, everybody's mind. NCSoft, among other things, has been very lenient with Guild Wars 2, but at the same time, because of the early years, Guild Wars 2 sort of earned their freedom. They were given a lot of leeway to pursue things, even when they wanted to. Like, I'm not talking about this like I have insider knowledge. This is just from what the media press has been reporting. They have, when they wanted to pursue side projects for ArenaNet, which meant taking manpower away from the core ArenaNet team, which NCSoft didn't approve of, they still let it go, and they were able to do that, but that all got canned now. When it comes to financials, Guild Wars 2, how are they making money is probably through the gem store and cosmetics and skins, and people, it's a thing where people hate to hear about it, but inside, if those things don't sell, or if they don't continue making things that people want to buy, Guild Wars 2 is as good as gone, because no subscription fee, you pay for the expansions, and you come back whenever you want. And as a player, like for me, games like ESO and Guild Wars 2 are the ideal MMOs to play in a very busy period. And I have my own reasons for coming back, friends, memories, and things like that. But with the financial matter, they're walking a dangerous line, because in 2 months they could come out and say we're not making enough money, but I think ArenaNet has enough in the bank to see us comfortably for another couple of years maybe, and then beyond that it's going to come down to what the industry's doing. Are there going to be any big MMOs coming out? To my knowledge, AAA, there's only one in development, which we haven't heard a lot of yet, and that's of course the new Lord of the Rings one. Prolobis pulled the rabbit out of the hat, of course. They've got Crimson Desert and all those 3 other MMOs. Will they be big? Because it's BDO and because it's Crimson Desert, there's going to be a lot of talk. Is it going to be AAA? Is it going to sweep the West? We don't know. So whatever happens to Guild Wars 2, there's so many factors. What's happening in the industry? What are the new games coming out? Is Google stuff like Google Stadia and all these things have an impact on Guild Wars 2, because they should be looking at that and saying, maybe we can get on that. Could we bring Guild Wars 2 to console? Which I think if they worked on it instead of working on a spin-off mobile game, and if they had actually done that, try to find a way to put Guild Wars 2 on consoles, eventually on things like the Switch, then they'd be comfortable. Because most MMOs I know that have done the console route are super comfortable. Think of some of the MMOs on console right now. ESO, even Neverwinter, for God's sakes. Like, people crap on Neverwinter a lot in terms of the pay to win and the microtransactions, but there's a reason they crank out modules every 3-4 months. They can afford to do that because they have got the player base and they've got the financials to do that. So yeah, I think if anything happens to Guild Wars 2, I'll look back and go, they should have done console, like most MMOs that are thriving, I would say. Well, not thriving. There's only a couple that's thriving, and that's the big two in terms of the subscription model, and that's Final Fantasy XIV and World of Warcraft. This is all my opinion, guys. You don't have to necessarily agree with it. I'm just stating what I'm seeing at the moment, just observing and being a player of these MMOs. You've got WoW and Final Fantasy, and those two are not going to move whatsoever. And below that, you've got ESO and BDO and all the other sort of immovable stuff where they can do something wrong on the public face, but behind the scenes they've got the money and the manpower to overcome those challenges and still put out content. And then below that, you've got studios that if they fuck up, it's the smallest of mistakes and it could sink them. And throughout 2019, you get the feeling that Guild Wars 2 is just one more something away from, the media going, oh, ArenaNet this again, oh, ArenaNet that again. It's like this year especially, ArenaNet just can't catch a break, from the layoffs and even stuff about the end gamers making noise because of the August reveal. That all made the top tier media news, PC Gamer even, and that's coverage that I don't think ArenaNet really needs, when we should be focusing more on stuff like the roadmap and where do we go from here and things like that, which unfortunately we did not get to see a whole lot of. So hopefully 2020, good year for Guild Wars 2. For me personally, it's not going to stop me from playing the game. I love Guild Wars 2. I'm not going anywhere. You'll still see more content from me with not just Guild Wars 2, but all the games that I cover, and especially new games. And speaking of new games, Kingdom Under Fire 2, played it. I've wrote the script already. You should see the video on my channel, hopefully tomorrow evening. I need to edit that tomorrow morning. And then I'm looking at Wednesday for a Fractured review. Well, not really a review, but a first impressions look, because it's in alpha, and I'm in contact with the studio, and it's going to be an alpha look, I suppose. Alright guys, I've rambled on long enough. I'm gonna go. I'm very, very tired. Midichlorian says, thanks, good night. Thank you, Lord Midichlorian. I appreciate you hanging out. Moment Guild says they're developing other stuff. There are still job listing in ArenaNet, which is good. I just hope it's worth it. The money are pretty stable, but the game's old, and they're developing a new one. If it's going to be a Guild Wars 3, well, that will definitely, I don't know. Some people want it, some people don't. But is it time for a new Guild Wars? Possibly. Is it time to go to mobile? Who knows? Industry experts and analysts will have to look at that. For most games that have gone that route, it's been popular for them. So maybe. NCSoft even invested 100 mil in their West branch. Well, good. I mean, it only means positive stuff. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. And that's that, folks. To everybody that hung out tonight on stream and in chat. And I hope you guys had fun watching. Oh, hang on. I see some new messages coming through. Oh, no. GamesTube Time says, is it an expansion or EP? Sorry, man. I did not see that. It is an episode. We probably won't have an expansion until, I don't know, end of the Icebrood Saga. So that we're looking at a year and a half maybe, or a year plus. Zanushu says, have you decided on your channel rebrand? You did say a while back you're thinking about names for when you get more people. Yeah, I had some discussion, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to change the name. If anything, me and a couple of other people are going to start a second channel, but that's somewhere in the future. We're still working on a concept, and that's not going to be MMOs. It's going to be more for like gaming and tech in general, but that's a long ways away. My focus is still on my channel and on MMORPGs. Nike says, yep, daily reward is a daily reset, but weekly you have a different boss. Awesome. Thank you. It's a daily reset. Sweet. Let me just see if there's any messages that I unfortunately did not answer. No, I think I covered it all. So yeah, everybody in chat, thanks so much for hanging out. Your questions and your comments, appreciate it. You guys kept me company tonight, and I just hope it was entertaining for you to watch then. And that's it for me, you guys. Thanks so much. I'll see y'all soon. Again, if you haven't checked out the news drop video, go check it out. It's out. And I'll see you all, I guess, tomorrow then. Zanusha says, take care then, Adrian. Thank you, Zanusha. You too. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. George says, have a good night. Thank you. I will, and have a good morning if you're in the States, or afternoon or evening if you're in Europe. Or you could be my part of the world. I forgot. Because every time I streamed during the Final Fantasy Catching Up to Shadowbringers stream series, you were always there on time, Jared. So I'm guessing you probably are in Europe, because it would take too much effort if you're in the United States to wake up every morning just to watch the Final Fantasy streams. So I'm going to say Europe, and I'll figure that out if I'm right or wrong, I guess, in the future. Alright guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see y'all soon. Once again, Adrian here, thanking you for watching. Take care, everybody.